Future Track, tracking the precise time and place conditions will change.
Next code 637.
ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Can't decide what to watch?
I'm offering you 56 channels.
Sometimes it's better to watch
nothing. Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing.
Seinfeld, because nothing is really something.
Weeknights at 10 on Fox 22. You're watching MyZoo TV, part of the networks of Mid-Missouri.
ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday High School Game of the Week is presented by Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer, and made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, the Columbia Area Career Center, and Jim Butler.
In the beginning of the season for teams that are struggling. They're going to learn a lot about both of these teams tonight, and I think, like you mentioned, the coaches being familiar, that's going to play a huge factor. Both of them know what each other's likes out of their football teams and their schemes. Nothing's going to be a secret, and we're going to really see who's practiced well and prepared well for this game today, because I think both teams kind of know what to expect from both sides.
Well, and I think both teams are looking for a better case of executing their game plan. Both teams have lost games. Both teams really not in games as they are trying to find their way to the winner's circle. And you've got Hickman that is under the first year of the tutelage of Justin Conyers, and then Matt Herman is only in his second year of being at Battle. I get the feeling it just kind of feels like Battle's about a half a year ahead of Hickman as far as rebuilding the program.
Yeah, it's still both teams are young. I mean, you got a sophomore quarterback on both sides, I believe, with Braden Bursey at Hickman and Wilkerson for Battle. So there's a lot of growth there at the most important position on the field. And really, I mean, youth is going to play a factor for sure, and I think really just the better coach team, coaching up those young guys and getting them reps is going to be the team that wins tonight.
Our referee tonight is Craig David, and he is visiting now with the captains at midfield as the traditional coin toss takes place. Hickman opening week went on the road. They lost at Marquette in a very competitive game, 31-21, and then they had their home opener. As let's just see if we can go to the field and hear Coach David or the referee David. No audio, but Hickman will get the football. Who won the coin toss? We did not get an indication if Hickman won or if Battle deferred. But for the Hickman Cupies, they open the year at Marquette, lose a 10-point game, and in a game that was tied in the second half. And then they get smashed by Elias. Whatever could go wrong went wrong here 2 weeks ago, 90-28. And then last week, Hickman went down to Capital City, and the Cavaliers are good. They're playing very well. They're 2-0 in the league, 3-0 in the year. They beat Hickman 49-21. Meanwhile, the Battle Spartans go to Kansas City opening weekend, and they lose to North Kansas City. Very good club. Lose by 20, 34-14. And then the next week, they were worked over by Capital City, 42-18. And then last week, they're down 7-0 with 9 minutes of play at Elias. lose that ball game by a score of 42-6.
Yeah, that was a tough one, and you got to believe that they're looking to avenge that loss. And Hickman's looking to avenge their home blowout loss, like you mentioned, giving up 90 points. I mean, if this Hickman defense can't get fired up to avenge that loss, I don't think there's anything that can get that group going. So it should be an interesting one tonight between these two desperate teams looking for their first win.
Elijah Bussey goes deep along with Ray-John Rayner. And set to kick this thing off for our battle is Kreitz Brady as he approaches the football. Battle wearing the white. Low line drive kick. Fumbled by one of the up men and covered up, I believe, by the Hickman Cupies. Battle says they have the ball.
Yeah, that's a live ball. I think they did indicate Hickman.
I thought the Hickman receiver recovered the ball. It was Caleb Richardson that was able to knock that ball down, and Hickman, with being able to knock that down and take control of the football, it's great opening game field position at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and that wasn't really an onside kick. It was just kind of a surprise squib, if you will, and great job getting on that ball for, was it Rayner you said?
No, covering up the ball was Richardson.
Richardson, sorry.
Yep, 1st and 10 for the Cupies. Bringing out the offense is Braden Bursey. As Bursey, with an empty backfield, sends 4 receivers to the left. Bursey throws it in the flat. It's caught in the flat and forced down at the 41-yard line is Elijah Tatum, who gets a start here tonight, a 6'3", 180-pound junior, making his 16th catch of the year. Good for 6 yards. And the Cupies have been able to move the ball passing. 259 yards a game throwing it, but they have really struggled to run the football.
And I think we're going to get a pass-heavy game from them once again with Kenyon Collins no longer on the team, who was their starting running back.
Swing pass into the flat. It's caught in that flat by Carter Holliday. Holliday wrestled to the ground for no gain. Holliday makes his 13th catch of the year, 122 yards. Yeah, there's question marks about Kenyon Collins, the 5'11 senior, who's been very explosive as far as his future. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for the Cupies here, the initial possession of the game. And Hickman's go-to man, Brock Kemp, checks into the lineup at 6'7", 235 pounds, splits wide to the right. Again, an empty backfield, battle with 3-man front. This battle defense has been up and down. Holliday in motion. Bursey on the option. Gives the ball to Holliday. And Holliday in trouble in the backfield, forced out of bounds after a loss of 5 yards. And the Cupies will punt. I think they wanted Holliday to throw it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what it kind of looked like, but I just think it was a poor play design, running that to the short side of the field. I think Holliday was way too deep behind Bursey there, and you do not want to lose yards to try to gain yards in that scenario. It was 3rd and 4. If you just run it downhill, you're going to be set up better than pitching it that far backwards, and now Hickman has to punt.
Well, and Battle got great penetration from their front 3. Bursey will do the punting. Going deep for the Spartans is Eric Hill.
High snap.
And a snap over the punter's head. And Bursey gets it under control and gets off the punt. And that'll take a Hickman bounce and will roll inside the 35 down to about the 30-yard line. What a recovery by the punter, Braden Bursey. After a bad snap, he was able to retreat and still pick up a 33-yard punt.
Yeah, fortunate that Battle wasn't rushing very many there, as only really no one had a chance to recover that fumble from Battle, whether that was just a lack of awareness from their line or just Bursey being Johnny on the spot there to be quick to get that fumble. But Hickman very fortunate to pin Battle at their own 30.
Kendall Wilkerson's the listed starter, a 5'11", 195-pound junior quarterback, but he's been nursing a tender ankle. Lining up behind him is their go-to back, Chris Brown. Man in motion, snaps out, swing pass into the flat where it's caught by McBride, and he's brought down after a short gain. In on the tackle was Caleb Richardson for Hickman.
Yeah, great job by Caleb Richardson. And I thought that was the false start that they missed.
I did too.
Or illegal motion at least.
Something looked out of kilter there, no doubt about it. As the Spartans are looking at a 2nd down, they gave them credit for about 2. So it'll be 2nd and 8 as Wilkerson who's thrown for 133 yards this year. Takes the snap, gives to Brown right down the middle, breaks a tackle into the secondary, and there he goes. There he goes. Chris Brown will be untouched as he rips off a 68-yard touchdown run right down central. 68 yards. One man to stop him in the middle, and he couldn't get it done.
Show them the second gear, Chris Brown. My goodness, what a run to get this game started for the Battle Spartans.
Chris Brown with that touchdown run picks up just his second touchdown of the year, running the ball. And a big void in the middle of that Hickman defense as he ripped it off right down the middle. And now the Spartans trying to get situated here for the point after. It looks like they are going to go for two. And it looks like a wildcat formation. Snap straight to Brown. Brown going right. Hit at the 1 yard line. Stood up there. And he did not get in as the QP defense holds on the 2-point try. And with 9:40 to play in the first quarter, Battle strikes with just 2 plays on a 68-yard touchdown run. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
6-0, the Battle Spartans draw first blood here in this battle in the CMAC. The Spartans 0-2 in the league, Hickman 0-2 in the league. The Cupies trying to snap a 14-game losing streak dating back to 2022. Their last win was on the road in Illinois at Belleville West High School. All the way back in late October in 22. They have never beaten the Battle Spartans. Battle leads this series 9-0. And there's an amazing stat, and I throw it out there each time these two clubs meet. And that is Hickman's record since Battle High School opened. Here's a line drive kick, and that will check up and be covered up at about the 25-yard line. Getting downfield to make the play for the Cupies was Elijah Bussey. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Hickman. But since Battle is opened, since Battle High School is open here in Columbia, the Hickman Cupies have struggled. Hickman is 19-89 since Battle High School opened. And this is a program that was a state powerhouse.
Yeah, very proud program up until that point. And there's a lot of bad blood between these two schools because back then when Battle opened up, they took a lot of Hickman talent, which left the fan base and alums pretty frustrated still to this day. Exactly. So this is a heated rivalry, to say the least.
4 receivers to the left, and Bursey back to throw. Bursey in trouble in the pocket as he tried to find some time, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. And coming through there for a loss of about 5 yards. As getting up there to stop was Gabe Truss, the 6'3", 310-pound senior. It's a big Battle front, a 3-man front. Phipps is 5'9", 240, listed as a freshman. Now a swing pass in the flat. And for the Cupies trying to fight for yardage is Tatum. And Tatum picks up 4 of the 5 yards they lost on the first play. But you got Terrence Luther up front too at 6'1", 200 pounds. He's a defensive end for Battle. And then Henderson, Sims, Watts, and Chris Brown, the linebackers. And Hickman looking at a 3rd down and 12, just 2 yards gained on that last swing pass.
Yeah, Hickman trying to work horizontally in the pass game. I think they got to challenge him vertically. Look to target Brock Camp, their leading tight end. 6'7" target, tough matchup.
Battle rushing just 3. Bursey with time. Fires one incomplete, and that was up for grabs. It went through the arms of the defender, Cam Watts. And that was heavy traffic, and it looks like Hickman's punting again. You know, Bursey is only a sophomore. Last year he threw for 1,006 yards. Coming into this game, 765. But for a guy that's played as much as he still has happy feet.
Yeah, and he's only a sophomore, so, I mean, there's a lot of growth still there, and this season's going to be a big one for him. He's had a really solid start to this season as they've really trusted him more throwing the football.
Low snap, Bursey handles it, and a low kick. That's fielded by Vernal Holt. Holt brings it across the 45 and will be wrestled down at about the 40-yard line.
28 on the return.
And Vernal Holt is a story, too. He was one of the go-to guys a year ago, as he is playing in his first game this season. Holt returned at 12 yards, and Battle's got a short field. As they'll bring on their offensive unit, but Vernal Holt, a two-sport athlete, and well, three-sport. He's also a great track competitor, and he'd been out with an ankle injury, wasn't sure he was going to play, and he's got himself into shape, and he's out there now.
And he is so fun to watch on the basketball court as well. Just unbelievable athlete, quick. He's got great jumping ability. Fun to watch in every sport he plays.
Man in motion. They give to Brown, trying to get outside. Brown tripped up in the backfield on a loss. Great job by the Hickman Cupey defender. Coming through was Jalen Remus. A loss of 2. And something else, Micah, that we haven't really dwelled on yet, and that is that Hickman is still trying to conduct a complete platoon system. 11 different guys play defense compared to the 11 that play offense. More like what you see in the college game.
Yeah, that's right, and that'll help their team a lot if they're able to get that established.
And I think it'll increase their numbers and the enthusiasm in the program. But you got to weather the storm, and that's what Justin Conyers and the Cupies are doing right now. Here's some pressure. The pass is caught in a flat, and making the catch for the Spartans is Edgerrin Gordon. It's his third catch of the year, but a short gain on the play, and it'll be third down as the tackle was made by the Cupies' Blake Bell. So it's 3rd and 7. And here's where Hickman has struggled to get off the field.
7-yard line for the Spartans.
7:04 to play here in the first quarter.
Hickman,
Wilkerson now changing the play.
Hickman looking to bring another blitz there like they did on 2nd down.
Trips to the left for the Spartans. Lone receiver to the right, McBride. Back to throw is Wilkerson. He's in trouble, and down he goes. As Wilkerson was caught by Elijah Dotson for a loss of 7 yards. Dotson, 260, a sophomore, and he came charging through. The extra rushers is what made that.
Yep, that's
happen.
right. Blitzing off the edge, and the interior guys got great push. Dotson with his quick feet and nice power move to get that sack, and now it would have been likely 2-down territory if Battle got positive yardage on that play, but now Hickman forces a punt. Great job by Dotson there to give his offense the football back.
Owen Akers will be deep to return this punt. And Vernal Holt now back into punt formation, gets it off. High end over end punt. Fair catch, wait for it, made by the Hickman Cupies, Elijah Bussey. And boy, did they miss Vernal Holt. I had seen punts like that all year.
That's right. And almost getting that block.
24-yard punt for Holt.
And that punt was very nearly blocked by 22.
Sergio
Lopez, yep.
So Hickman gets a stop, and they get the ball for the 3rd time, still looking for a 1st down. They are losing position on this field, so they'll take over here at the 14.
Yeah, but that was just good to get a stop. I mean, when you gave up field position in your own end of the field at the 40, getting that stop is huge momentum for this offense to start to get things going.
Cupie stacked the receivers to the right and to the left. In the backfield for Hickman is Rajon Rayner. As Rayner's taken over the running position, he shoots up the middle and's got room. Rayner across the 25 out to about the 28-yard line, and he's got a Hickman 1st down. 14-yard gain by Rayner, who came into the game with 10 rushes for a -1 yard. Again, Cupie's playing without Kenyon Collins, and Rayner got the call and had room.
Had plenty of room right inside of that offensive line.
We've got our official water break of the first quarter. At 6 minutes to play, quarter number 1, we've got a timeout. It is Battle leading Hickman 6-0.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrunner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
1851 Underground Tap and Grill offers historical architecture, great food, and an unforgettable experience.
It's a great place for specialty burgers, and be sure to try the Fire and Ice Chicken.
We love to bring our clients for half-price appetizers.
Great food, great location, great service. What more could you want?
Come see for yourself.
Why we say,
where good friends,
great food,
and excellent service come together.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Back here at Hickman High School, 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. It's Battle leading Hickman 6-0. As the Cupies again spread the formation, twin receivers right, twin left. Swing pass to Holiday in the flat looking for a block. Holiday thrown out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, a gain of 3. Our officials tonight, Craig David is the referee. The umpire's Matt Lucas. The line judge is Jeff Reynolds. The head linesman is Brent Barnhart, and the back judge is Patrick Remus. They're the men working this game. You know, in the cities, they really struggle to find officials. They're playing games on Thursdays and Saturdays with officials working 3 games a weekend.
And they're earning their paychecks. I mean,
they ought to be getting good at it, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Second down and call it 6. And on the keeper, Bursey is in trouble, and he's tossed to the ground like a rag doll by Terrence Luther. And a loss on the play of about 3 yards.
Yeah, and that was a bad read there by Bursey, but if he would have given that football, it really wouldn't have been much different outside of losing a couple extra yards there. Battle defensive line continues to dominate in this first quarter.
They really are, and Battle comes into this game allowing 39 points a game. Or check that. As Bursey's back to throw, Bursey now flushed out of the pocket, outruns the defender, sets up, throws deep, he's got a receiver near sideline. Holiday dropped it at the 31-yard line. He had a little pressure there from the defender, Holt, defending on the play, but Holiday had beat him, but there is a flag down on the play.
The escapability of Braden Bursey there was something special. Put it right in the breadbasket for Holiday, who you had to think got a little too excited there, was thinking touchdown and did not think about completing that catch.
Holding, Hickman, penalties decline, 4th down.
I was correct in that stat. The Battle Spartans are giving up 39 points a game, but they've been rock solid thus far here defensively, and now Hickman will be punting for the 3rd time, which has been an adventure the first 2. And Holt goes deep for Battle along with Devin Harris. 6-0 Battle. Midway through the first quarter. A lot of action in the CMAC tonight. We'll try to keep you posted. And here is Bursey's punt. Holt makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and fights his way into Hickman territory. So he's down at the 47-yard line. 8-yard return. Boy, Holt was in traffic when he caught it, sidestepped the defender, and still gets the ball in Hickman territory. A couple other key battles tonight in the CMAC. You've got Capital City at Rockbridge. That's going to be a battle where there are 2 undefeated league teams. And then the other one is Camdenton at Elias. And we'll find out how good the Lakers are tonight as they play at Hench's Stadium.
That will definitely be a good one, and we'll have all those score updates at halftime.
Taking the snap, Wilkerson. He gives to Brown, trying to get outside. Brown gets to the edge, caught there, breaks a tackle, and dives forward for a gain of about 6.
Brown is just a big physical back, but you see there out in space, just the shiftiness to get that edge and make it tough on the Hickman secondary out there. Trying to make a tackle is not easy when you play defensive back, especially when you have someone as skilled as Chris Brown running the football.
You know, last year Brown ran for 300, almost 400 yards, 377 yards. He's so physical. Reminds me of Dunn that wore that Battle uniform. And nowhere to run this time for Battle's Brown, as he is stopped near the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, this Hickman interior is doing a great job so far. A couple big stops on key downs. And now forcing the 3rd and short.
Head coach of the Battle Spartans is Matt Herman, who was a quarterback here at Hickman in 13 and 14. Again, the pistol formation. Spartans trying to pull the Cupies off side here. They're looking at a 3rd and 4.
Busman showing blitz. A linebacker for the Cupies.
He'll take that play clock down, back to throw. Wilkerson avoids a tackle. That has to be a hold. There's a penalty marker down. A pass thrown in the air, and that is incomplete. And the Cupie defense is held. Boy, an opportunity there for the interception for the Hickman Cupies. As Jackson Gooch looked like he might have lost sight of lights. He misjudged that pass.
I think he was just surprised the ball was still in the air is what it looked like. And I would think Hickman would accept this penalty given that it would be 4th and short if they decline it. But that's just such a dangerous play there for Wilkerson. Just throwing it up in the air.
Hickman
really
was
no reason to.
Yeah, Hickman was able to get some pressure on Wilkerson.
And I thought it was close to offsides on the right edge of that Hickman defensive line, but it could have just timed the snap perfectly. The refs didn't call that, but they did call the holding on Battle.
And we lost the ref's mic. It will be a hold. Hickman will accept the penalty and back him up. And that's from the point of infraction, 10 yards from that point. Right? Or did they mark it from the line of scrimmage? High school line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd down and 13 for Battle. Brown in the backfield. Cooper wide to the near side for the Spartans. Trips to the left. Wide left.
Now another flag.
I stand corrected. Wide to the near side is Caden Lewis, another two-way sport athlete. And a penalty against the Spartans. Lewis, also a basketball player on that Battle basketball team. So that'll back the Battle Spartans up another 5 yards. So you got Lewis wide to the near side. Brown still in the backfield. I think you still got to respect Brown as much as anything.
I do too. I mean, you saw that 68-yard run.
Exactly.
He may be the best guy to get the ball to in this situation.
Back to throw Wilkerson. He's got a man. He's going deep, and it is out in front of his intended receiver in Jace Cooper, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, Jace Cooper ran a phenomenal flyer out there. Beat the defender on the inside, was wide open, but just a touch too much power on that throw from Wilkerson.
You know, Cooper has only made one catch this year coming into this game. But Wilkerson really struggled to throw downfield. And now Vernal Holt will check back into punt. And going deep for the Cupies is Owen Akers. They've changed their personnel around, this Hickman team has a little bit from what we saw 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, still, like we were talking about in the pregame, about identity and about just finding the right guys to put out there and their platoon, as that's going to be a false start.
Yeah, procedure penalty again, as the Battle Spartan got in a hurry on the perimeter in Eric Hill. This is the KZOU Game of the Week presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools. So that backs battle up. This is as deep as they've been in this game. So they're now at their own 39-yard line. Hickman's got an opportunity here to get the ball in pretty good field position. 6-0 battle with the lead on that 68-yard TD run by Chris Brown. Here's a snap back to Holt. He boots this one high and angles it away from the intended return man. And Akers will field it at the 12, trying to find some room. And great downfield tackle made. With that tackle for the Spartans is Jace Cooper as he made solo stop.
And Cooper's holding up his helmet. He's saying, I got face masked. And the entire Hickman sideline is screaming for that penalty. That's was not thrown.
Akers saying he's got face mask. Cooper made the tackle.
Oh, sorry, Akers, you're right.
You confused me. I had double clutch. So much for the good field position for Hickman. They start at their own 10. What a punt by Vernal Holt.
51 yards. I mean, that's right where you want to put it in the coffin corner.
They ran away from the deep man to return. Rayner lines up in the backfield, trips to the left, the receiver to the right. We have not seen Camp. They pitch it to Rayner, and Rayner's thrown to the ground at about the line of scrimmage. And it looked like they may have had him by the horse collar there.
Or maybe another missed face mask, just an awkward tackle up high.
Yeah, you can't believe they'd missed that one. All eyes were there, right?
And there was definitely one on the punt return that they missed.
Brock Camp splits wide to the left. Camp guarded by Holt. That's man-to-man, it looks like. Bursey wants to throw. Here's pressure. Here's a pass underneath the Kemp. Kemp looking for a block. Got one to the 25, to the 30. He's got a Hickman first down as he was finally ran down by Zendel Vaughn, the 5'9", 145-pound sophomore. As Kemp makes the catch for a 23-yard gain. Brock Kemp now on the year with 18 catches and over 300 yards in reception yardage.
And he is their best offensive player. Get Brock Kemp the football as much as you can, because that's what can happen. As now I think Battle jumped.
Another marker down on the field.
Undisciplined start for the Spartans.
They've had some issues with the flags, as has Hickman. And this will be a encroachment penalty. As Craig David's microphone's batteries are dead.
Outside, Spartans.
We're going to have to get John Hoke down there to get him fixed up. Our engineer producer. Scott Hoke doing the spotting tonight, filling in for Rob Parker. Bursey takes the snap, throws it in the flat. Tatum makes the catch, working to the sidelines, got first down yardage and a man to beat. He gets a block, he's to the 30, 20, 10, touchdown Cuppies. Elijah Tatum, 57-yard reception and score, and this game's tied at 6.
And what a block from Carter Holiday on the edge to free up that touchdown on the screen. Great play call. Hickman's been running screens the entire game, and that one goes in for the touchdown. Great play call there, and Hickman ties it up with a chance to take the lead with the point after try.
You know what? I think the start for both of these clubs is vital in this game. Both teams have been slow to get started. In fact, Justin Conyers made a statement, we got to stop waiting to start. And they get that big play here in the first quarter. Now the extra point attempt. The kick by Show is no good, as he missed it. And it is tied at 6. Hickman 6, Battle 6. We're back here, Bob Lamone Field, in a moment.
Start your morning with ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Wherever you are, whatever your plans, we've got you covered with the ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track.
Detailed hour-by-hour forecast to prepare you for the day.
By noon, you may want that rain gear.
And when sunshine turns to thunderstorms, we keep you ahead of the storm. tracking its path live on TV, always alerting you to the next big change. That's ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
We're tied at 6 here at Hickman High School. An 89-yard drive for the Hickman Cupies, consuming 4 plays, a minute and 20 seconds, as Braden Bursey completes a 58-yard touchdown pass to Elijah Tatum, as Tatum was able to make the catch in a flat and ran it for the score. The extra point attempt was no good, and Hickman missed an opportunity to take the lead. But 1 minute and 1 second to play in the opening quarter, and we're deadlocked at 6 here at Alumni Stadium. And now here is the end-over-end short kick. Burnham Holt fields it at the 15 and is hit at the 28. A nice open field tackle made there by the Hickman Cupies. A 13-yard return. Making that tackle was Jalen Remus. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Battle Spartans with less than a minute to play in quarter number 1.
And now's the time for the Hickman defense to keep riding the momentum, as I think they were the group that really created it, helping their offense out despite being pinned back in their own territory on a couple of drives. And now the field position's back in their favor. We're battles starting inside their own 30. Hickman defense has a lot of momentum right now.
That was the 9th touchdown pass thrown by Bursey already this year. And for Tatum, as the Spartans now put a man in motion. For Tatum, that was his 2nd TD catch. And nowhere to run for the Spartans, trying to go left. And this Cupid defense seems to be playing inspired, and now flag reins in late. With the carry was Eric Hill, the 5'8", 160-pound junior. And you hold your breath here.
It's unsportsmanlike? Yeah. Oh, man.
And that's not what Hickman needs to get involved with here.
I think it was Deshaun Sharp who was fired up on that. I wonder if he said something to the Battle sideline as he was celebrating. But that's a costly penalty, forcing the negative play on 1st down, and then now you give up 15 after the play.
Well, and that's part of the cleanup that they're trying to implement here at Hickman, and that is don't beat yourself, stop hurting yourself.
Ball placed on the 44-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 Spartans.
1st and 10 Battle now in good field position at their own 44. Kendall Wilkerson checks with the running backs. 44 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. Wilkerson gives to Brown. Brown looking for room in the middle, and Hickman plugs the gap. In on that play for the Cupies. 1 yard gain.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Helping out defensively was Curlin Larkin.
Gain of 2 on the play. The ball was placed on the
safety.
46-yard line. 2nd and 8.
Well, they spot it now at almost the 46. 15 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. Flanker to the right of Wilkerson. Hickman stacking the line. They got 4 down linemen. Outside linebackers tight. Long snap count. Play clock down to 5 seconds. And the quarter is expired. We have played 1. We have played 1 here at Hickman High School in Columbia. It's Columbia Hickman 6 and Columbia Battle 6. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, I'm Popeye, the owner of Popeye's Tire and Garage in Columbia. Whether you're looking for a used tire with lots of life left on them, or new tires at an unbeatable price, we have them. Also, come on in and ask about our brake specials. Come see me at Popeye's Tire and Garage, just off Paris Road in Columbia, Missouri, across from Central Bank.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrunner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
Who's guilty of the best performance?
There are clues everywhere.
Is it an athlete in the buffalo costume with the 80s hit?
Who is it?
Is it a supermodel in the showbird feathers with the R&B bob? Is it a movie star in the wasp outfit with a dance song? Get a clue.
We need more clues.
And find out. The all-new season of The Masked Singer premieres Wednesday, September 25th on Fox.
The lights.
The field.
The fans. Nothing compares to ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday.
Your home for high school football.
From the tackles to the touchdowns, we're giving you all the highlights.
Complete coverage of your favorite mid-Missouri teams all in one spot. Catch ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday.
Only on ABC 17 News at 10 on KMIZ.
ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday is sponsored by Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer.
We're set for second quarter action here at Alumni Stadium, Bob Lamone Field. I'm Tex Little, Micah Wright alongside. Our engineer producers, John Hook. Director is Cooper Bryant. Chief engineer, Eric Jones. Our GM is Curtis Barnes. Back to throw is Wilkerson. Pass incomplete, intended in the flat for McBride, who made his first catch of the year earlier in this game.
Yeah, Wilkerson just missed him high, and Akers was there for the tackle. If he would have had his eye on the ball, he had a chance to pick that one off.
I'd like to thank Jennifer Kane, the new AD here at Hickman High School, athletic director, for her assistance tonight. Also thanks to the director of athletics for the CPS, David Egan, Sheila Kozler, director of marketing, Joe Whitman from the CPS Career Center. In motion goes Brown, back to throw Wilkerson, and it's in and out of the hands of McBride in the near flat. Well, they were trying to isolate McBride, and the Spartans are going to have to punt.
Yeah, and Hickman was all over it there if he would have caught the football. I don't know if I like that play call to the short side of the field.
I guess if you're a Hickman fan, you liked it.
Yeah, but
but yes, I'm with you.
Even if the execution was there on the catch, I don't think it would have been for much of a gain. So good field position after the penalty to no avail, as Battle will have to punt once again.
Akers goes deep. Holt gets set to receive the deep snap.
Akers back to receive.
Nathan Mislam fires it back. Holton takes the snap and boots it high in the sky, and it rolls out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Well, what a weapon to have a punter like Vernell Holt on the high school level, any level. I mean, even on the college level. 31-yard punt. Battle now competes in Class 5 at the District 4 level. And leading that district is North Point. North Point is now 3-0 in the year. Fort Zumwalt North is also 3-0. Liberty out of Wentzville is 2-1. Fort Zumwalt West is 1-2. Battle 0-3. Francis Howell North 0-3. And Timberland 0-3. That's what makes up District 4 in Class 5. All those other Class 5 teams in the CMAC are in District 5. Class 5, District 5. Back to throw Bursey. Bursey throws over the middle. He's got Holiday. Holiday makes the catch. Holiday at the 40. Makes a cut to the 35. And down inside the 20. Tackled at about the 27, the 17-yard line. A 50-yard pass play over the middle.
Great throw by Braden Bursey, getting it to Holiday in stride. And we've seen so much of the quick game so far from Hickman. You got to believe they were setting that up to go vertically over the middle of the field, catching the Battle secondary off guard. Great job by the Hickman offense and Braden Bursey.
They're waiting for the chain gang to get set. Hickman's trying to go as fast as they can. So they got the Spartans on their heels. Trips to the right. Braden Bursey has Rayner behind him. Bursey on the option. Will keep it. Races to the corner and forced out of bounds after a gain of 4.
And that's where I like them running the option, getting upfield, unlike their first drive of the game, going so far back off the pitch. I think you got to keep it with Bursey first, going upfield like that.
Go downhill.
Yep, going downhill, not working side to side like they've done with their option before that play.
Keithan Brashears is the center for the Hickman Cupies. The right guard is Drew Wooden. Carson Willlever is the right tackle. The left guard, Kellen Moore. The left tackle, Cole Spry. Now in motion, Camp. Back to throw Bursey, looking over the middle. He could run this one. Fires it. It's incomplete, intended for a crossing receiver and Holiday, and there's a penalty marker down.
Yep, holding on Hickman.
36 for the Cupies from the 13-yard line.
You know, I really thought Bursey could have ran for not only a first down, he might have been able to go all the way.
Yeah. And he made a good decision. It wasn't a bad throw, just out of reach. Could have been a touchdown, but it would have been negated either way. Bursey's got a good rhythm going. But another negative play for Hickman is tough.
Yeah, it's holding against the Cupies. We're tied at 6, just a minute into the second quarter. We'll feature the Hickman Marching Band at the half, along with the Hickman Dance Squad. We've got all types of fun set up for you here throughout the evening. Our statistician tonight is Larry Wyatt II. Trips to the right. Bursey rolling right. Got some time, now throws across the green. That is caught by Tatum. Tatum trying to get outside, breaks a tackle. Tatum thrown out of bounds inside the 10 for a first down. Is there a marker down?
Yeah, Tex, they're going to get linemen downfield, I believe, or if not, a holding on Hickman.
Flag on the play.
But again, Bursey's escapability and playmaking has been phenomenal tonight, making that happen. But his line may have thought he was going to run the football there. Given where they threw the flag, I thought it was the lineman being downfield, but the ref's still discussing it.
You know, the flag lays at the 20. Line of scrimmage was at the 23, 24. Ineligible man downfield. That'll nullify a very good play for the Cupies. As far as yardage goes, I guess it can't be a good play. There was a penalty on the play. Hickman has hurt themselves on this drive.
Yeah, and that one, I didn't quite see who it was or if it was a good call or not. I know there's not much wiggle room for those offensive linemen to be downfield.
Ineligible receiver, that's going to cost the Cupies.
I thought the rule was 5 yards, and where they threw that
was about 4.
Was 3 or 4, so I don't know about that call.
But that might be where the flag went down. And
yeah, and I think the rule could be 3 yards. That's one of those where you know it's at least 3 or 4. It's just a tough call.
Camp and Holiday wide to the left. Wide to the near side is Conyers. Back to throw Bursey looking downfield. He's chased out of the pocket. Bursey trying to buy time, now cuts upfield. Bursey looking for a block, gets the ball back to about the 22-yard line as he's brought down from behind. And I did not see a flag fly, but boy, it sure did look like that was an illegal tackle.
Yeah, they threw it for the horse collar.
It looked like they grabbed him by the collar and brought him down. Bursey really took a play that was looking very troublesome, and it's a face mask.
Face mask, yeah.
And that's got to be a personal foul, face mask, the way he went down. That's not incidental.
No, not at all. Although they are talking a little extra.
Yeah, maybe aware to step it off. After at the spot of the foul, right? Personal foul, face mask. Yeah, they said they're going to spot this football at the 12-yard line, but it's not good for a first down.
Yeah, because that's where
I thought the personal foul made it an automatic first down. Not anymore.
Yeah, they had to step off half the distance there.
That cost them.
Yeah, so that ends up costing Hickman, which is unfortunate. I mean, I'm in favor of a personal foul being an automatic first down because, technically you're rewarding Battle for a personal foul that doesn't really hurt them in terms of.
But the Cupies did take the penalty, so it's second down. It's second down and 5.
We got a timeout, I think, for Battle.
10:01 to play, first half. Battle wants a timeout. We'll take one. It's Hickman 6, Battle 6.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Perfect! Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Tex Little with you alongside Micah Wright as we bring you the action from Hickman High School, where the Cupies and Battle Spartans look to pick up a win here the first time in 2024. For the Hickman Cupies, this senior class has not won a game here at Hickman High School on Bob Lamone Field throughout their career. That means it's been over 4 years since they've won at home.
That's a tough stat. I mean, if you don't think these seniors have that in the back of their mind, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that should fuel you more than anything to just play for pride and finally get a win on your home field.
Bursey throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. That was broken up by Vernell Holt. And now a flag goes down in the backfield, in the secondary.
It's in the end zone.
And I think this is going against Hickman.
I mean, as late as that was, that has to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Here's the call. Personal foul. Golly, they have just shot themselves in the foot over and over and over again in this drive.
We've got an injury as well.
Yeah, Spartan down on the field. And they'll get him righted. We'll try to get a number. He'll hobble off with some help. One of their defensive linemen. They're a little thin already. One guy they were counting on. It's not Holt, is it? 28.
Personal foul on Hickman.
But here's where that penalty now reverses, and the full yardage will be stepped off. And for the Cupies, they've been on the wrong side of this.
Yeah, and really, I mean, such a great play to get them in this position with the 50-yard completion, but all that's been negated by their own penalties.
It's a second down and now 20, or is it third? It's third down.
Third down, yep.
Third down. We only ran that second down 3 times. Back to throw Bursey. He is going to try to get free. Rolls to his right. He's got a receiver in the end zone, and it's going touchdown Hickman. As it was Camp coming across to intercept it in front of Carter. I think he was throwing it to Carter Holiday, and Camp intercepted it for a 27-yard touchdown strike, and the Cupies have a 12-6 lead in this game.
And regardless of who he was throwing to, Tex, Braden Bursey again escaping pressure, gets out of the pocket, makes an unbelievable throw, and Brock Camp, whether it was intended for him or not, he caught the touchdown, and he is their go-to guy in the red zone, or when they're just outside of the red zone there. Unbelievable touchdown catch by Brock Camp.
28-yard touchdown strike, play action on a 2-point conversion. It's fired in the flat and in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. A sliding catch made in that end zone by Conyers. As Conyers makes the reception, and Hickman has taken a 14-6 lead as they go for 2. The Cupies now lead Battle 14-6, 9:48 to play in the second. We'll be right back.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
Columbia Hickman 14, Columbia Battle 6. The Cupies moved the ball 75 yards, 7 plays, overcame all types of adversity, and they score on a 28-yard touchdown pass from Bursey to Kemp. Kemp with that reception for the TD has 6 TD catches on the year. Then the 2-point conversion to Conyers from Bursey, and Hickman now leads 14-6. That 2-point conversion was huge.
That's a massive 2-point conversion.
And now here is the short pooch kick, and that will take a Hickman roll, loose football, and it's covered up by the Spartans at about the 28-yard line. That almost worked out for the Cupies.
Yeah, it did.
But Bursey to Conyers for the 2-pointer.
After the kick, the ball will be placed at the 29-yard line where the Spartans will start 1st and 10.
And now let's see if the Hickman defense can continue here to slow down this Battle club. Meanwhile, Battle's got to find a way to get their offense going.
Yeah, I think they've just got to calm down, and I really think the strength of their offense is running back Chris Brown. I think they're going to go back to him to at least start off this drive.
Yeah, pound that rock.
Just get back in their rhythm.
And they give it to Brown. Brown caught at the line of scrimmage, breaks 1 tackle, another tackle, and a 3rd tackle, and gouges out a tough 5-yard gain.
Number 9 on the carry.
And, I mean, that's why you give him the ball. 6'2", 210. Got hit immediately and still ends up getting 6 yards. And he's really their workhorse. I mean, I think that's how they kind of settled down this drive, is featuring him and maybe trying some play action, which they haven't really done so far in this game.
Brown approaching 300 yards on the season. Came in with 268. He's already ran for 85 tonight. That's right, that long touchdown run of 68 yards. So he's pushing 100 already tonight. He's got about 350 on the year. Back to throw, Wilkerson. Wilkerson in trouble in the pocket, and he is going to be wrestled to the ground by the purple jerseys. In there to make the stop was Elijah Dotson, that sophomore at 6'3", 260. Levi Harrell is up front as well for the Cupies, and then Leo Hoyos, a sophomore, and a Sean Sharp, a senior. Those are the down linemen for the Cupies defensively. So it's 3rd down and about 6 for the Spartans. I'll call it 3rd and 7. Wilkerson. Check that. That is the young freshman Jungman. He throws it out of the backfield. Flag goes down. Pass goes incomplete. And I think they're going to hit Hickman up for roughing the passer.
Oh, and that's another killer. As a great job defensively. I believe it was Jalen Remus breaking up that pass.
That was the freshman at the controls, Blaine Jungman, this 5'8", 150-pound freshman, who came in with 8 of 26 passing for 95 yards on the year. And they're going to hammer Hickman for another personal foul.
And that would have been another punt that they forced, just a killer roughing the passer penalty that now puts Battle at midfield. So Hickman's been their own worst enemy tonight, and they still lead by 8. But Battle on the other end's been undisciplined as well. So we're kind of seeing why these teams started off the season so poorly with being undisciplined.
Well, I don't know about that call. They had that guy on the run, and
yeah,
that was a tough call.
Officials aren't letting anything slide, with multiple unsportsmanlikes called tonight as well so far.
Wilkerson gives to Brown. Brown wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit to the football by that Hickman defense. And in there leading the charge was Quentin Brown tackling Chris Brown.
And this defensive line has been stout as well, giving their second level of their defense a shot to get in the backfield. Because a lot of times with your defensive tackles, all you need is to just not get driven backwards. And that's what Hickman has had success with so far on their defense.
Battle's been rushing the ball for over 100 yards a game. They send trips to the left. And I believe Hill is in the back. Who is that in the backfield? Mays in the backfield.
Another flag.
And that's got Matt Herman on the far sideline asking questions. Matt Herman in his second year, he was an assistant under Conyers. Conyers left. Herman went to Hawaii and coached in Hawaii for a couple years. Back to throw Wilkerson. Wants to go deep. He's got a receiver deep. It's incomplete. Defending on the play for the Cupies was Bussey. The intended receiver was Caden Lewis.
Yeah, Bussey tight coverage. Lewis had about a half step and was open, went up to go get that football, just mistimed it.
Well, you got Bussey at 5'11", Lewis at 6'4". Lewis, too, a basketball player. 3rd and 10 for the Spartans.
An obvious passing down. Makes you think Hickman may try to bring the blitz since they've had success with that.
They work from their own 47. Wilkerson drops the throw. He's going far sidelines, got a receiver, and it's incomplete. He overshot his target. The intended receiver, Adrian Gordon. He had beat his man. They kind of lost him in the shuffle, didn't they?
Yeah, that was just a total breakdown in coverage by the Hickman secondary. I think Quentin Brown was out there and Blake Bell. They were all confused on that side. And Gordon would have had a walk-in touchdown. But Wilkerson, again, overthrowing a wide-open receiver. As he's just been a little too antsy under pressure, I think, is the biggest thing for him tonight.
Vernell Holt drops back to punt. Akers goes deep for the Cupies. And Akers has got Bussey in front of him, and here's a short end-over-end punt. Bussey says stay away from it. Akers will make the catch down the sideline, and Akers across the 30 and leveled at about the 34-yard line. You know, this battle program won a state title under head coach at the time, Justin Conyers, in 2014. That was the second year that Battle had varsity football. 2014, the fall of 14. And Conyers did a tremendous job. In fact, Conyers at Battle High School in those 6 years was 54-20 and won 5 district titles, and then took off for Hallsville, where he went to Hallsville, won 37-21 and won 2 more district titles. Had a different level of competition.
Yeah, and he's a program builder, and he's had success at both those places, and now coming back to Columbia where he's familiar and coaching this Hickman team that is really as big in need of a program builder like him. And so young team in need of a coach like Justin Conyers.
Bursey throws a screen pass over the middle. Conyers makes the catch. This is young Casey Conyers. He's got a Hickman first down. Casey Conyers with the reception. That's his 7th catch from the line of scrimmage. He had the 2-point conversion earlier. He just picked up 11 yards.
And I like that play design of kind of the throwback screen over the middle. The lineman that time did a nice job of not going downfield.
How do they put that? Spreading the sugar?
Yeah, that's right. And that's one of those where it's just hard to not go downfield if you're the offensive line.
Bursey keeps it, and he surges ahead to the 49-yard line. Fake the handoff to Rayner. 3-yard gain, and the Cupies now working on the clock a little bit here in the second quarter with 6:51 to play. And Elijah Tatum checks back into the lineup.
And I don't hate them kind of working the clock, but I also know that the Battle defense is exhausted.
Well, and Battle does not platoon.
Yeah. And
the same guys out there playing defense, it's playing offense.
So they're kind of working in between.
Back to throw Bursey. Has time, now steps up. Bursey looking for running room. Slides down at the 48. Shy first down yardage. I think he's got to keep his nose down and run there. I really do.
Yeah, he could have picked up a couple extra. I think I'm sure part of that's coaching where they don't want him to take a hit, but I also know how dynamic of a runner he is, and he could have got that first down.
You just conceded that you're happy with what you got.
Well, and you got to think 2-down territory here as well.
Well,
3rd and 4.
do you? At the 46, 47. Justin Conyers wants to talk it over. As Hickman is going to oh no, it's the official water break timeout here in the second quarter. 5:59 to play. We'll be back after a drink.
At Jim Butler, we know Jeep drivers give a duck. That's why we give a duck about offering the lowest new Jeep prices. We give a duck about having the biggest Jeep selection for miles. We give a duck about making your Jeep buying experience as excellent as possible. And we'll actually give you a duck to prove it. Start your Jeep ducking adventure online or come see why our new Jeep showroom in Centralia is worth the drive during Jeep Adventure Days. Because
Jim Butler is the Jeep powerhouse.
I'm here at Algier Salvage in Millersburg with George Algier. George, what services do you offer here?
Well, we buy scrap cars, we buy aluminum, copper, white goods, any kind of heavy iron, pretty much anything to do with recycling in the way of metals. We handle all of that. Bring your cars to us, or we can go and we can bid on them and come and get them, and we always haul them free.
From Algier Salvage in Millersburg.
Come see us.
We have a lot to cover tonight.
Some huge news.
Breaking news.
They have the road closed off.
A very large scene. What happened here tonight?
Something that we will be keeping an eye on and reporting on all night for you. Keeping a close eye on storms tonight.
Our ABC 17 Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Jessica Hafner. Here's what I'm tracking.
Take a look at this video.
We will continue to keep you updated.
We came to South Dakota to get the story.
At AT&T Stadium, Columbia,
Randolph County.
Live in Jefferson City.
This is ABC 17 News at 10.
6 minutes to play in the first half. Columbia Hickman 14, Columbia Battle 6. CMAC action. Braden Bursey out of the pistol. Swings it in a flat. Tatum makes the catch. He's got a blocker in front of him in Carter Holiday. And Tatum forced out of bounds after picking up first down yardage. And you can see the confidence building on this team wearing purple.
Yeah, and the screen game has been what they've done the most in this football game. Battle wasn't necessarily out of position. It was just well executed. Kason Conyers threw the great block out wide to free up that play to continue the drive and give him a first down.
And play action, Bursey keeps. Bursey up the middle, inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line. And the Koopies are finding ways here as they're on the march.
And I love using Bursey as a dual threat guy like that, designing run plays for him. We've seen him use his legs on a designed pass play, but I think seeing more of the option and QB keepers like that.
This time they go to Rayner. Rayner trying to find running room, and he runs into Gabe Truss at 6'3", 310 pounds, and was stood up. He almost wiggled free.
Gabe Truss is just a problem up front.
He's a wall.
Hickman just doesn't
he almost
have,
goes from hash mark to hash mark.
They just do not have the size to make him a non-factor. I mean, he's going to be there all night and has been there all night.
Kemp wide right, trips to the left. Bursey looking over that three-man front. Bursey drops back to throw, has time. Near sideline, he's got Kemp. It's incomplete. Kemp double team, no flag down on the play.
Yeah, Tex, I thought if that was a better throw where he had a real shot to get it, that could have been a pass interference. Just well underthrown.
Yeah, if he Lincoln's that pass 5 yards, Kemp might just catch it.
But he's the guy you got to target at this point in the field, as we saw on his touchdown catch.
Big third down conversion here, staring at the Koopies. At Battle's 31-yard line. Battle shuffling their personnel around a little bit. Boy, they just look like they're winded from up here.
Yeah, and I mean, a couple plays ago, they were running on late. I mean, they're just out of sorts.
Swing pass in the flat, lateral, and this is Rayner breaking a tackle to the 5, touchdown Hickman. Hook and ladder, 31-yard touchdown strike. Haven't seen that in a while.
Oh my goodness, Tex. A hook and ladder for the touchdown to give Hickman a 2-score lead. What a play call. And this Hickman offense is playing as well as I've seen them play in years against their rival, the Battle Spartans. What a play call, and another great drive by the Hickman Cupies through the air.
Rayner with the touchdown, and it was Holiday that made the catch in the lateral. So how do you break that down statistically, Larry Wyatt II? He's confused. We know Hickman leads it 20-6, and now the extra point attempt is blown dead as a flag flies. Now do you change this up?
I think.
You start thinking about it?
No, they're
well, I need to get the number here. Is that 2 attempting the kick? That's 2. Sheer 2. And he's struggling a little bit here tonight.
For the extra point.
Holiday doing the holding. Snaps backing down. And 2 drives this one through. And the Hickman Cupies now lead it 21-6. We'll be back with more Cupie football here on the KZOU Game of the Week in a moment.
Start your morning with ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Wherever you are, whatever your plans, we've got you covered with the ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track.
Detailed hour-by-hour forecast to prepare you for the day.
By noon, you may want that rain gear.
And when sunshine turns to thunderstorms, we keep you ahead of the storm, tracking its path live on TV, always alerting you to the next big change. That's ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Columbia Hickman is now taking a 21-6 lead with 4:49 to play here in the first half. In this KZOU Game of the Week, the Battle Spartans jumped out and grabbed the first touchdown of the night. 68-yard run by Chris Brown, but Hickman now has answered with 3 strikes of their own. The last one coming on a 31-yard hook and lateral play, as Bursey completed the pass to Holiday, who handed it off to Rayner for the touchdown. And the Cupies with a 65-yard drive, 8 plays, 2 minutes, 26 seconds. And now the Spartans field the kickoff and down the near sideline. For the Battle Spartans, bringing it back is Tyler Mays, and he was flattened by the Cupie special teams player. 10-yard return, and the Battle Spartans looking to find some offense. As the ball just outside that 31-yard line.
I thought that was a mistake there, Tex, of fielding that kick.
I did too. I thought it was going out of bounds.
I mean, you want to field it if someone's threatening to recover it since it's a live ball, but no one was there, and Hayes should have just let that trickle out of bounds because he was standing right on the boundary.
1st and 10 for the Spartans, working at their own 32. And the handoff to Brown, trying to get outside. Brown looking for that picket fence, hurdles a tackler, and is brought out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And Brown playing with a sense of urgency.
And this Battle offense needs a sense of urgency, Tex, because they have a chance to score here and then get the ball back to start the second half. And they may not try to run the clock all the way. It's tough to do that, but just getting a scoring drive and a positive drive here will do wonders for Battle to just settle down, because they really seem out of sorts on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, they've really struggled offensively, there's no doubt. Even on any type of rhythm in the play calling. And they give the ball to Brown up the middle. Brown dragging the tackler to midfield. But a gain on the play of about 8. And I think that's what it's going to take. I think Brown's got to take this burden upon his own shoulders here and carry this thing back down the field.
Yeah, I do too. And I don't hate them just running the clock down as much as they can, because their defense has just been on the field, it seems like, most of this first half.
Now motion for the Battle Spartans, and that time it was Brown that got in a hurry. They're out of their comfort zone, there's no doubt.
And really both sides of the football having penalties and really critical times. I mean, you have a 2nd and short there, and now it turns into 2nd and 7.
After the penalty, you bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Spartans.
As we're having...
Just looking for some kind of rhythm.
Yeah, just no rhythm at all, and really none in the pass game, I think, has been the biggest issue.
Now Brown will line up behind the quarterback, Wilkerson. Wilkerson's a junior that saw limited action last year. This Battle Club lost some talented players, including their quarterback, Alex Hernandez, a year ago. Hernandez, Jaden Donnelly, DeQuell Wright, Elijah Jackman, they had some big bruisers. Timeout called here at Bob Lamone Field. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season. It's time to hunt. And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Carpet! Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
(21-6). Battle trailing the Hickman Cupies. Looking around the CMAC. Jeff City 21, Smith Cotton 7. That's at the half. Rockbridge is a 13-6 lead against Capital City. Elias 14, Camdenton 6. That is close to the half. And St. Dominic leads Central Park Hill 17-7. St. Dominic is in Hickman's district.
And close games all around. And this game has been fun so far. Battle looking to get within a score.
They give to Brown, trying to get outside. Brown cuts up field, and Brown then hit by Caleb Richardson, who makes the tackle after a gain of about 3.
Richardson.
Brown did a good job of getting upfield. I thought he had a little bit more room to keep it outside. See, I thought he had the angle to have a shot at the first down.
I think, though, the design was to punch that defender outside and cut in.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's the way the blocking lot played out.
And you see Battle's just content running this clock down.
Yeah, they are.
Knowing they can double up to end the first half and start the second half possibly.
Sanders in motion. They give to Brown. Brown hit behind the line, slowed down and brought down shy of first down yardage. And again, super pursuit to the football. With the tackle was Jack Busman, the sophomore. This defense is young.
They're flying around. I mean, they're getting 11 hats to the ball or close to it as Battle's looking to go for it.
Well, Wilkerson's checked out of the lineup as he's gone to the sideline. And it looks like they're going to go Wildcat, which they do.
Play clock down to 10, though, as they're going to have to hurry. Now down to 5.
Will they get it off? And this will be a direct snap and a bad one to Brown. And Brown is going to be hit and brought down for a big loss. And with 2:02 to play here in this first half, Hickman's going to get a short field. Well, you could see that the Spartans weren't quite all on the same page, but they brought in that full house backfield.
The clock's still running, though.
No,
now they just stopped it.
I was going to say, with the exchange of possession, it should have been stopped, right?
Should add 15 more seconds. But what a disaster of a play for Battle. I don't dislike them going for it. It felt like they just needed to be aggressive.
Why do you start that Wildcat play so deep?
Exactly. Well,
why so deep? So many yards to be made up.
And they didn't know they were running that play, Tex, until there was 15 seconds on the play clock. So,
yeah.
I mean, they were just all out of sorts. I think even though they needed the timeout, I think they still have one. They probably should have used it there to just be confident and get the right play. And instead, you're looking at Hickman deep in your own territory.
1st and 10 at the 32 of Battle. 1:47 to play now. Penalty marker flies with 10 seconds to play.
And they still haven't fixed the clock.
And an illegal substitution for Battle.
But
they're still reeling.
I mean, these officials still haven't noticed that the 15 seconds that ran off.
Well, I don't think we're going to see those back.
Yeah, that helps Hickman though.
So it's 1st and 5, ball inside the 30. It's Cupid Club. 21 points on the board here in the first half. They've gotten it started a little earlier tonight. Bursey drops back to throw. Going deep's got Holiday wide open, and Holiday can't run underneath the pass. Carter was wide open. You know, Carter Holiday's dad played basketball at Columbia College. You know
I did not know that.
He was a big post player.
Carter's certainly been a talented receiver for the Cupies over the years, and
quarterback, you know.
And he was yeah, that's right.
He threw for 1,100 yards last year.
Yeah, forgot about that. He's made a nice switch. Wide open on that play. He just was not looking for the football out of the break of his route.
So it'll be second down. I like that call on second, 1st and 5.
I do too. Hickman's just been aggressive.
Now Bursey on the option. Sees running room up the middle. He's got a blocker in front. Bursey cuts upfield inside the 20 to the 15. Spins to the 14-yard line. Good read.
Great read and just phenomenal patience there by Braden Bursey out in space to get extra yardage.
13-yard gain for Bursey running the ball. Now in that backfield for the Cupies is Blake Bell. Bell, 6'2", 180, a junior. Tatum wide right. They give to Bell. Bell up the middle. Bell fights his way down to about the 10.
Number 5, Bell on the carry.
Depending on the spot. Looks like it'll be back out towards the 11. 1:02 to play. Clock unwinds.
Hickman will just run this down all the way.
I think they got to try to put points on the board here, though, before the end of the half.
Yeah, they will. They can take up as much clock as they want to each play.
Second down, long 7. Camp wide to the left. Twin receivers to the right. Bursey rolling to his left. Throws over the middle. He's got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Hickman. Holiday with the catch on a crossing pattern, and the Hickman Cupies strike from 12 yards away. A 12-yard TD pass, and it's 27-6.
Braden Bursey is on fire, Tex. Although we do have a late flag, I think, after the play on sportsmanlike conduct on the Cupies.
Jeez.
Man, that'll make the that'll make the kick interesting.
I think they'll put it on the kick.
They'll put it on the kickoff, yeah.
That's 4 straight unanswered touchdowns for the Cupies. This one coming with 36 seconds to play in the second quarter. A 12-yard TD pass from Bursey to Holiday. Holiday with his first touchdown of the night. They have spread it. Holiday with a touchdown reception. Rayner with the handoff touchdown run on that hook and lateral. Bursey to Kemp for a touchdown. Elijah Tatum with a 58-yard touchdown reception. More of a catch and run touchdown.
And everything Tex has gone through Braden Bursey. I mean, using his legs. I mean, they haven't had a run game outside of him, really. And they've been imaginative in their pass play calls.
It's amazing when things work, isn't it?
Yeah, and just in a rhythm, which is usually half the battle for a quarterback at Bursey's, just in as good of a rhythm as you can be in. And his playmaking ability has just been off the charts tonight. The designed runs for him have been called at the right time. And as you saw there on that touchdown, his escapability out of the pocket, opening up receivers and putting the ball in the right spot.
Hickman will use a timeout here before they attempt this extra point. Will they go for the single point or go for a 2-point conversion, because the ball is brought out to the 18-yard line after that personal foul?
Yeah, and that's why when I saw that flag, I was thinking there's no point putting it on the I mean, if they put it on the kickoff, odds are you get good field position, but it can also make it tough on this extra point attempt.
(27-6). Hickman leads, the extra point pending. That was a 32-yard drive. Took 4 plays in 1 minute and 11 seconds. And he scored on a 12-yard TD strike from Bursey to Holiday. So you give Bursey, do you give him credit for a touchdown pass on the hook and lateral?
Yeah, I believe so. That's one that.
So he has 4 touchdown pass completions tonight here in the first half. Correct?
Yeah, my only question is on the lateral if it counts as a rushing touchdown, but I think that still goes down as a passing touchdown. So Bursey is having quite the first half, carrying the load for the Hickman offense.
Hickman appears to be set up for the 2-point conversion from the 18-yard line after the penalty. Bursey will throw, flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left. Bursey has time, now in trouble, and Bursey goes down. 2-point conversion is no good.
And the clock ran there.
Yeah, it should have been on the 2-point conversion.
More clock issues.
Score, your Hickman Cupies 27.
We'll take a timeout, but that was a 32-yard drive, 4 plays, and now Hickman with a 27-6 lead. We'll be right back.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Mizzou Live.
To the 50, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
.29 seconds to play in the first half, and Columbia Hickman has built a 27-6 lead. We were talking while we were away. If you were going to tell me that this was going to be this one-sided at this juncture of the game, I wasn't sure it was going to be Columbia Hickman with the advantage.
Yeah, me either. And I think this speaks, though, Tex, to what Justin Conyers gives a football program. I mean, confidence and poise. And you just see the desire for them to finally get a win to start this season and avenge their home opener loss, which was ugly.
Two's kickoff fielded by Holt at the 17, gets to the middle of the field. Holt catches a block and is tackled at about the 35-yard line, where Battle will get the ball with 22 seconds remaining.
Number 28 in the return.
That was an 11-yard return by Vernal Holt, or rather 17-yard return by Vernal Holt. Well, I don't think you can, if you're the Hickman Cupies, you're trying to snap a 14-game losing streak. Mike, I don't think this one's over till the final second is off the clock.
It is not, but it's just good to see this team rallying around each other, saying, hey, we've had enough of this. We're going to go out and play our best. And they've played better than I've seen them play in years in this first half.
And the freshman Jungmann's pass is caught in the flat. And with the reception for the Spartans was Sanders. Silone Sanders. Akers made the stop as Jungmann, the freshman quarterback, threw that last pass. 2nd down and 4. Last play of the half, barring a penalty. Jungmann rolling right, sets up, throws it a flat, and it's incomplete. And it is halftime here at Hickman. You know, something that I was told about the freshman Blaine Jungmann, he's earned the opportunity to be on the field for the Battle Spartans. He has played well. I think we're going to see more of him in the second half. But right now, we're getting set for the halftime show. We'll be back with it for you in just a few moments. This is the KZOU Game of the Week on 17.3, presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools.
Stay ahead of Mid-Missouri's changing weather with the ABC 17 Storm Track weather app. Rain or shine, you'll be the first to know. Download the free app today.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk, but there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
At Callaway Collision Center, we do more than just auto body work. And when we do auto body work, we do it right and we treat you right.
Body work, alignments, mechanical repairs, we do it all.
Callaway Collision Center, honest, dependable, and one of the best in the business.
We are Callaway Collision Center, and we want to be your auto body specialist. Give us a call.
I'm ABC 17's Lucas Geisler, here with Boone County Clerk Brianna Lennon, who needs your help.
The clerk's office is recruiting more than 650 workers to run polling places across the county this year. These election judges are the backbone of our democracy.
And they do that for free.
No, they get a paycheck. Election judges are paid for their time and they receive paid training. You can visit the county clerk's website to apply.
Working as a judge on Election Day is a great way to give back to your community and make a real difference.
It's halftime here at Hickman High School as the clubs have headed to the locker room and the Hickman Marching Band has taken the field and the dance squad's out there, and we're going to take you down to the field and enjoy the halftime entertainment.
For their halftime routine, the dance team is coached by Ashley Brown and Emma Garrison. Ladies, your music is on. Tonight, the Hickman Marching Band will proudly present a portion of their 2024 field show titled The Agent, featuring music from the James Bond movies, new and old. The Hickman Marching Band is under the direction of Dennis Wolf and Tom Sweeney. Additional staff include Jennifer Randolph, Hannah Sinek, Jeff Mormon, Julie Swoop, Kyle Donnelly, Lane Oakes, Kaylee Connie, Christian Witt, and Fran Patrick.
Stop talking,
High Swope, Alex Munier, Lily Martin, and Logan Allen. Is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hickman Marching Band as they perform music from their 2024 program, The Agent. The Hickman Boosters would like to thank the Performing Arts Boosters for all their assistance that they provide the marching band. And thank you to our middle school band directors for training our
How about it? The Hickman Marching Band and the Hickman Dance Squad. Terrific performance here tonight at the half, where Hickman leads Columbia Battle by a score of 27-6. A reminder, next week we will be at Battle High School as the Spartans will entertain Camden as the Lakers will make their first appearance in the CMAC here in Columbia against Battle. We'll be back with first half statistics and much more in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools.
The lights.
The field.
The fans. Nothing compares to ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday.
Your home for high school football.
From the tackles to the touchdowns, we're giving you all the highlights.
Complete coverage of your favorite Mid-Missouri teams all in one spot. Catch ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday.
Only on ABC 17 News at 10 on KMIZ.
ABC 17 Sports Zone Football Friday is sponsored by Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer.
Cancer is one journey no one should take on alone. And Stand Up to Cancer wants to make sure no one has to. We bring together the best scientists and doctors to help accelerate the development of more effective treatments. And with the support of individuals like you, more patients will see that even though cancer may interrupt the journey, it doesn't have to determine the destination. Join us, and let's go further together.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to hunt.
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Perfect! Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Cross-country team of 1998.
Welcome back to the KZOU Game of the Week. Presentations being made here at halftime at Hickman High School. It is the Hickman Legacy Hall of Fame, and they're doing the 2024 inductees. That includes the football team of 2004, which won the second state championship here at Hickman High School, coached by Greg Nesbitt. And, of course, Greg Nesbitt now coaching at Kirksville High School, where he's got his team in the top 10 and currently 3-0. But that's a 2004 championship here at Hickman. What a year that was. Of course, they won it back in, was it 74 as well? 1974, the Coupies won a state championship. And congratulations to all the inductees here at Hickman High School. Well, recapping the scoring, the Battle Spartans got on the board in their first possession on a 68-yard touchdown run by Chris Brown. Brown's run capped a two-play drive, 70 yards. Two-point conversion was no good, and Battle led 6-0 with 9:40 to play in the first quarter. But then Hickman came to life With 1:01 to play in the first quarter, Braden Bursey completed the 58-yard touchdown pass to Elijah Tatum. Tatum capped off a 4-play, 89-yard drive, extra point, no good, and the game was tied at 6 at the end of the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, Hickman would score 3 times. The first coming on a 28-yard touchdown pass from Bursey to Camp. Camp hauled it in for his 6th TD catch of the year. That was a 7-play, 75-yard drive, 1 minute, 58 seconds. Bursey to Conyers for the 2-point conversion, and it was 14-6 Hickman. Then with 4:49 to play in the first half, it was a hook and ladder play as Braden Bursey completed a pass to Holiday, who handed it off to Rayner, and Rayner scampered in for the touchdown. 65-yard drive, 8 plays, 2 minutes, 26 seconds. 2's extra point made it 21-6. And then the Cupies, after a botched snap on a wildcat play by the Spartans, the Cupies took advantage of a short field and 4 plays later would score on a 12-yard touchdown pass from Bursey to Holiday. The extra point was no good after a penalty, and the score here at the intermission, Hickman 27 and the Battle Spartans 6. As the Hickman Cupies, with their best half of football in a long time, definitely the best half this year, trying to snap that 14-game losing skid dating back to 2022, and trying to get their first ever win against in-town rival Battle. Looking at first half statistics, Battle with 4 first downs, Hickman with 8. Battle ran the ball 15 times for 77 yards. Hickman ran it 12 times for 20. Yards passing, Battle 13 yards, Hickman 231. Battle was 3-9 in the passing department. Hickman was 13 of 17 for 4 touchdowns. 251 yards offense first half for Hickman, and Battle with 90 yards first half of offense. Penalties, Battle 6 penalties for 32 yards. Hickman 7 penalties for 87 yards. 1 fumble, Battle retained possession of the ball. Punts, 1 by Battle for 30 yards. Hickman 2 punts for an average of 25.5. Punt returns, Battle returned those 2 punts for an average of 8.5 yards. And Battle's returned 3 kickoffs for an average of 14 yards. Time of possession almost even, as it was Battle with 11 minutes and 29 seconds. Hickman with 11 minutes and 31 seconds. Rushing, Chris Brown, 12 carries, 90 yards and a touchdown. Wilkerson, 3 for a minus 13. Jalen Rayner, 3 carries for 32 yards, or rather for 12 yards. And Bursey, 8 for 13. Give Rayner credit for a carry on that hook and lateral, and it's 4 carries for 32 yards and the touchdown. Bursey, 8 runs for 13 yards. Holiday, 1 carry for a minus 5. And Jungman was 1 of 2 in the passing department for 6 yards for Battle. That means Wilkerson was 2 of 7 for 7 yards. Bursey did all the work for Hickman. 17 attempts, 13 completions for the 231. Receiving, Camp, 2 catches, 51 yards and a TD. Tatum, 2 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown. Conyers has 2 catches for 14 yards, and he has that 2-point conversion. Holiday, 4 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown. For Battle, McBride, 1 catch for 2 yards. Gordon, 1 catch for 5. And Cooper, 1 catch for 6 yards. Thanks to Larry Wyatt II, filling in for the one and only statistician, Greg Wren, as we are here at the half in the Hickman Cupies with a 27-6 lead. We'll be back with the second half in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week.
If you want to do this, then you need a Ram. And if you want a Ram, then you need to go to Jim Butler, Mid-Missouri's Ram Powerhouse. Jim Butler sells more new Rams than any other dealer in the region, meaning you'll get the biggest selection and the best price on the latest Ram models. Plus a great buying experience from a team that loves Rams as much as you do. So if you want to do this, then you gotta do this. Come see why we're worth the drive during the Ram Power Days event.
Jim Butler is the Ram Powerhouse.
When severe weather rolls in, the ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 rolls out, alerting you to live conditions with our 360 camera.
We are still continuing to track some hail as it moves back off to the east.
Tracking every angle, every move of severe weather's path, so you know exactly what to avoid before heading out.
Look at some of the debris.
The ABC 17 Storm Tracker 360 is sponsored by M5 Contracting.
Calling all explorers, artists, inventors, dreamers and doers. New experiences and forever friends are waiting for you as a Girl Scout. So get ready to make this your year. Your year of adventure. Your year of imagination. Your year of fun. Discover a world of amazing possibilities. It all starts with you. Be a Girl Scout.
Get the latest alerts for your location with the ABC 17 Storm Trek weather app. You'll be the first to know when severe weather is on the way. Download the free app today.
Save and hide. It is time to bring you some out-of-town scores. Well, maybe down-the-road scores. We'll start there, and we'll start at Rockbridge. The Bruins lead Capital City 13-6, and that was nearing the half. We'll try to get you an updated score there. But Rockbridge trying to win their third league game of the year. They're now out in front of Capital City with a 13-6 lead. Elias is leading Camdenton 14-8, and that is actually, I think that is actually at Camdenton. 14-8, Elias is leading Camdenton down in Camdenton. Other scores, Jeff City with a 21-7 lead against Smith Cotton. That's at the half. Also at the half, Father Toltman is shutting out Summit Christian Academy out of the Kansas City area, 21-0. At the half, Centralia leads Monroe City 26-22. That's an old rivalry there, too, the Battle of the Panthers. It is Macon leading Hallsville 35-0 in the third quarter. Boonville 13 and Southern Boone 3. That's in the third quarter. Moberly leads Kirksville 7-0 in the third quarter. Harrisburg leads Salisbury 14-12 at the half. And it's all Blair Oaks at California as they lead the Pintos 49-0. Osage 28, Eldon 6 at the half, and Hannibal is all over Fulton 38-0. And a Class 6 score earlier today, CBC beat the Smet 38-14. And that is a look at the scoreboard here. Of course, it is Hickman leading Battle 27-6. What's got to happen in the second half, Micah Wright?
Well, I think it's going to need to be a much different half for Battle if they want a chance to come back, obviously. But they get the ball to start the second half, and we know they're going to want to run the football with Chris Brown. But I think at some point they're going to have to show they can throw the ball if they want any chance in this ball game. But you better believe they're going to be more fiery than they played in this first half because they were all out of sorts. I think this coaching staff cannot be pleased with anything from that first half, so I'm sure these gentlemen got a talking to at halftime.
You know, I just wonder how much fatigue was a factor at the end of that first half.
Yeah, I think it played a factor. I mean, the time of possession didn't really tell the story as to how much it felt like Battle was out there defensively, but they gave up long drives in terms of yardage, so I think their defense was definitely fatigued to end the half.
Gordon and Holder deep. Here's a line drive kick, and it kicks up, and it'll be fielded by the Spartans and out of bounds with the football for Battle is Tyler Mays, and there'll be no return by Holt or no return by Gordon, and the Spartans get the football to start the second half. And I think if I'm Matt Herman, I'm saying forget the score. Let's get back to playing Spartan football.
Yep, that's right.
And I think they're going to try to pound the rock and then catch the QP secondary sleeping.
And you wonder if Youngman, the young quarterback, Blaine Youngman, will come in anymore. We saw him a little bit. So I'm not sure they trust Wilkerson in the pass game.
Well, Wilkerson will start the second half. So he sends Gordon in a slot to the left. Eric Hill will start in the second in the backfield, flanking Wilkerson now in motion is Holt. They give him the football. Holt caught behind the line, dodges a couple of tacklers and a couple more, but is still going to be brought down by a loss. Great pursuit to the ball. As it was Quentin Brown coming up to make the stop for a loss of 2.
And Deshaun Sharp was there at the point of attack. Great pursuit once again by the Hickman defense, and they have been flying around playing very fundamentally sound football on the defensive end outside of the penalties, which was the one downside in the first half for them.
This handoff faked and a swing pass out in the flat. That pass is caught by Gordon, and Gordon spins his way down to about the 43-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and short.
And that's what we didn't see from Battle really in the first half. Throwing the ball was the play action. I think it's been there the whole game, and they finally hit one for a positive gain there to make it 3rd and short.
Tyler Mays in the backfield for the Spartans. 3rd, and call it a long 2. We've not seen Chris Brown on the field to start the second half. I do see him on the far sideline, though. Back to throw Wilkerson. That pass is caught by Gordon for a 1st down.
Number 11's pass.
And the Spartans are starting this second half exactly the way they wanted to. Moving the ball in the chains.
And trying to add maybe a little bit of tempo here. We'll see if they try to switch things up at all.
Lewis and Harris to the near side along with Gordon. Tied end to the far side. Mays in that backfield. Hickman with that 4-man front. Wilkerson puts Gordon in motion. They give the ball to Gordon with a lead blocker. Gordon gets to the edge and forced out of bounds near midfield.
Number 6 on
Great play design. Setting up the lead blocker as Tyler Mays, the big 5'11", 250-pound junior, out there on the edge as the lead blocker. Really like that play design to the short side of the field.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Things quiet here at Hickman to start this 3rd quarter as far as the Cupid fans are concerned. And Wilkerson again to Mays, and Mays knocked off his feet immediately after taking the snap. It was Deshaun Sharp. Boy, he's been everywhere. He's made some plays.
Yeah, and he had the one bad play was the unsportsmanlike he got, which we were kind of questioning in the first half. But he's been in the backfield constantly as he's timed the snap plenty of times there. As I noticed in the first half, he was almost beating the offensive line.
Big 3rd down conversion. Back to throw is Wilkerson. Flushed out of the pocket, under pressure, throws it deep, and it is incomplete. That was a jump ball up for grabs. Defending was Akers. And if I'm a Battle Spartan, I feel pretty fortunate that wasn't picked.
Yeah, definitely. And Wilkerson just in trouble, just throwing up a prayer. And really both guys had an even shot at coming down with it, but could have very well been intercepted. But you look at just the negative play on 2nd down, sets up that tough 3rd down, and then now they have to punt once again. Credit to the Hickman defense.
Harris and Akers go deep. Holt gets a good snap, has time, kicks it low, spiraling punt, and Akers will sidestep it, and it'll roll inside the 10 all the way down to the 5-yard line, where Hickman will get the ball to start the second half. 9:36 to play. Battle picked up a couple 1st downs, and then a 36-yard punt by Holt backs Hickman up. 42-yard punt by Holt backs Hickman up. And the Cupies have to be careful here, but with that being said, they got a lot of field to work with.
Yeah, and they've just got a good stop once again. Their defense has been playing with a lot of momentum and playing tough, and Battle's defense now just got to get their offense the ball back, trailing by 3 scores. They need to start forcing some 3 and outs, which we did not see hardly at all in the first half.
1st and 10 for the Cupies. Rayner in the backfield along with Bursey. Bursey will throw it. It's caught in a flat by Tatum. Tatum looking for a block, forced out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. A gain of 5.
Completed to number 20, Tatum.
You know, last year Battle beat Hickman at Battle 26-12. The year before that, it was 47-29 Battle. Back in 21, it was a 35-22 game. But Battle's won all the previous contests. 2nd and 5. Trips to the right. Here comes the blitz. And Bursey is buried in the backfield.
Yeah, that's just a tough read there. Bursey should have given that football up to Rayner, who had definite positive yardage. Just another read option play that we've seen a lot in this game. But that one goes down for a loss, and it sets up 3rd and long and deep in their own territory.
Memphis Sims in on that stop, along with Watts. Bursey standing at the 1-yard line. He'll throw from there. Looking for a block. Now in trouble. Bursey fires it far flat. Got Holiday for a first down on the far sideline. And there are no flags down on the field. A gain on the play at 12 yards. As Holiday beat his man on that far sideline for the catch.
Man, Tex, I thought that was dangerous. Bursey just escaping again, but near the end zone, close to a safety, just kind of tiptoeing, and instead makes something happen with the big completion once again due to his escapability.
Option, cutting upfield Bursey. Bursey across the 25 and brought down at about the 27-yard line, and Hickman's got breathing room now. And Bursey's close to another first down.
And he's just feeling it, Tex. I mean, we talked about how important rhythm is for a young quarterback like Braden Bursey. And he's just so tough to defend as he can use his legs in the run game and as an extension of the pass game. So he's just been money so far.
It's a first down. Now flag flies as the ball snapped. This might be encroachment. Encroachment against the Spartans. I'm not sure, but I think Dante Latham may have stepped into that neutral zone, defending on the far sideline with Tatum.
After the penalty, the ball was
Battles just seems like they have no energy.
They sure do look exhausted. Next week they've got Camdenton. We'll be there. Option to the left. Bursey keeps. Bursey again with a run around the end for another Hickman first down.
Bursey on a keeper. Gained 6 on the play.
6-yard gain. Bursey's thrown for
good
yardage. He's running for good yardage. We'll try to get a total here.
Yeah, he's doing it all. I mean, their option has been their best run play.
Bursey, 5'9", 170-pound sophomore. He had baptism by fire a year ago. Coach Alvis at the time trying to push the right button. Went to the freshman a year ago as Bursey takes the snap and he gives a Rayner. Rayner breaks a tackle. Rayner fights his way across the 42, 43-yard line for a tough 3 yards.
I think we'll see a lot more of Rayner in this second half. Hickman just hasn't trusted their run game enough to start this season, but now playing with the lead, they're going to definitely try to get that going.
Well,
and you don't want all of the stress on your quarterback running the ball.
I think their passing game's opened up the running game.
Yeah, it definitely has.
As Bursey on the pitch gives to Rayner, trying to get outside, and the Spartans were there to shut that down.
Number 16, Rayner.
And a shaken up Spartan on the play. I believe that's Dante Latham. Kind of got buckled over. Big third down conversion here for Hickman as we approach the mid moments of this third quarter. This is just second possession of the second half. First possession for Hickman. On 3rd and 6, Bursey drops back. Bursey looking for room to run and nowhere to go. In to make the stop for the Spartans was big number 55, and that is Wyatt Belcher-Key. He had him wrapped up.
Yes, he did, and Bursey looked like he was going to escape once again, but not until Belcher-Key just swallowed him up there to force a punt. As now we have a timeout, maybe the water timeout?
I'd say so with 5:59 to play. It's Hickman 27, Battle 6. We'll be right back with the KZOU Game of the Week.
Being empowered starts with getting informed, looking closer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. But many of us don't know there are different types of breast cancer with different characteristics. That was me. Learning about the specifics of my diagnosis gave me the confidence to make informed treatment decisions with my doctor. This meant everything to me and my family. So take another look. Ask another question. Learn more at notonetype.org.
Weekday mornings on ABC 17.
I know what we're doing.
We're getting you ready.
Oh, you're going to know first.
About the breaking news that affects you. What happened overnight right here in mid-Missouri.
And across America. Plus, ABC 17 Storm Track weather to help you plan ahead.
That's how we do mornings.
So you're ready to take on the day.
ABC 17 News this morning.
And Good Morning America.
Right here on ABC 17 KMIZ.
See you weekday mornings.
I don't believe the future has to wait for the future. I destroy brain tumors with nanoparticles. I see breast cancer others can't. I create a biotech revolution with smart cancer drugs. I speed life-saving discoveries to life. I am the miracle of science with soul, and I live in City of Hope.
6 minutes to play in the third quarter, 27-6. Hickman with the lead, and the Cupies in punt formation as Holt goes deep for the Spartans. And here's the snap back, and Bursey with a good punt. And Holt, and the Spartans will let it take a Hickman bounce inside the 30 and out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Checking the score from Rockbridge. The Bruins now lead Capital City 19-13. And that is midway through the third quarter. 33-yard punt by Bursey. And now Hickman's defense back on the field. You know, this defense for the Cupies has been pummeled a few times here in the early going. They've given up 176 points on the year. But tonight, only 6 to this point.
And it's really just
this game 4, too.
Yeah, one play really is all they gave up. That long touchdown run by Chris Brown, 68 yards. Other than that, I mean, they've hardly given up anything.
You know, it's been a clean game as far as turnovers. Neither team has turned it over.
Camden 8. Rockbridge leads Capital City 13.
Here is a handoff and tied up in the backfield for the Spartans. I believe it's Jace Cooper. As Cooper was brought down.
Number 9 with the carry.
No, I stand corrected. That is Chris Brown. So Brown back after setting out that first possession.
And Hickman just sees it coming. Their secondary did a great job filling in there, making the tackle on the edge. And they've really done a great job of rallying to the football.
Empty backfield now for Wilkerson. Kendall sends trips to the right, twin receivers left. Wilkerson throws in the flat, and it's caught in the flat by Sanders. Silvoni Sanders, a 6', 230-pound senior. Boy, that's a big tight end. He makes the catch. That's his second tonight, 6th on the season.
I think Battle's going to have to start playing with the tempo before too long. And they're going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but they're still trying to get their legs back underneath them, I really believe. Now in motion, Gordon, he gets the handoff. Gordon trying to find running room on the edge. Cuts upfield, has first down yardage, and then is hammered as Gordon lost his helmet. But a gain of a first down with 4:28 to play. Now move the chains. (27-6) was our score at the half. 6-6 was our score at the end of the first quarter. First and 10, Spartans at their own 41. Wilkerson Looking to throw a screen over the middle to Brown. Brown breaks a couple tackles, breaks another. Brown down the sideline, breaks a third tackle. Finally forced out of bounds at the Hickman 23-yard line. And a QP shaken up on the play on the far sideline. Brown was a man amongst boys as Eli Dotson is slow to get up.
Yeah, Dotson made a great read on that play, recognizing the screen, and looked like he had Brown tackled and just got rolled up. And Brown with another massive gain, and he's the guy you want to get the football to.
How many tackles did he break?
I counted at least 4 or 5. I mean, he's just a man amongst boys out there. Gain of 35 on the short dump off. And that's exactly what Battle needed, but now you're just hoping Elijah Dotson's okay as he is really shaken up.
And that was kind of like a wrestling match over there between him and Chris Brown. And I think that they're going to get him on his feet here, or at least got to him to a sitting position. 4:04 to play in the third. We have a timeout because of the injury. The injury to Deshaun, was it Sharp or Elijah Dotson? Dotson's down on the field. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Start your morning with ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Wherever you are, whatever your plans, we've got you covered with the ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track.
Detailed hour-by-hour forecast to prepare you for the day.
By noon, you may want that rain gear.
And when sunshine turns to thunderstorms, we keep you ahead of the storm, tracking its path live on TV, always alerting you to the next big change. That's ABC 17 Storm Track weather.
Walking off the field on his own power is Elijah Dotson. That's a good sign, but he took a blow over on that far sideline, dished out by Chris Brown, and Brown races for 35 yards, and he has a ball deep in Hickman territory. And this is the best attack that Battle's been able to put together here since that first run by Brown, the second play from scrimmage in the game. And this handoff goes to Mays, and Mays hemmed up in the backfield and can't get loose.
Great pursuit once again.
Number 23, Larkins.
A loss of 2 on the play.
And another Hickman injury, though, as this looks like it may be Sharp this time, excuse me.
Well, injuries are part of this game, unfortunately, and in the last dozen years for this Hickman football team has been plagued by injuries. It's as long as I've been around, and that goes way back. I think of even in 2004 when they won that state championship, the quarterback that year went down, a very fine baseball player in T. Cody, second play of the game. And they went on to win that title, but they lost their quarterback that year. I think of Danny Perry, a quarterback in the past. You can go on and on. And hobbling off the field now is Deshaun Sharp, the senior.
Yeah, and this just doesn't look good. I think it's his left knee.
As they help him off the field. Well, we mentioned the fact that Hickman is platooning here in 2024. But injuries will deplete the depth. Even though in the long run, the platoon system, I think, will build depth for the program. So the Cupies will have to make an adjustment here. We could see Drew Wooden up there playing that end. This time it's Holt. He's hemmed up in the backfield, and Quentin Brown was there, that outside linebacker. It was like he was in a huddle.
Yeah, it's like he knew exactly what was coming. And just perfect pursuit once again off the edge. Hickman's just been in the right spots.
Third down, 17.
And again, that's just a costly loss for Battle. Moving the wrong direction when they finally get a big play, which seems like it's just the second big play of the game for their offense, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 16.
Brown back in there, back to throw. Wilkerson, he wants to go deep, and this pass is batted in the air and caught for a touchdown. That was a Russell Royal back in the end zone, caught for the touchdown as it was hauled in by the Battle Spartan. And making that catch for the Spartans was Vernal Holt.
Man, what a break for the Battle Spartans, and on the flip side for Hickman. Could have easily been an interception. They get a hand on it, and then Vernal Holt just so happens to be the one to come down with it to cut it back to a 2-score game just when Battle needed it. And credit to Wilkerson to just give his guy a shot there, throwing the jump ball, which he's done more than a few times tonight, and whether it's been dangerous or not is
number 16
up for no debate. As that time it's a touchdown, so it pays off.
Touchdown strike of about 28 yards. 31 yards to be exact.
Oh, and
now a 2-point conversion try. Well, it goes for naught.
Muff the snap.
Muff the snap on the kick. So it's 27-12. Hickman with a lead. We'll be back with more after this.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season.
It's time to
And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri. Perfect.
Mizzou Live.
15 to the 10 to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
An impressive drive by the Battle Spartans with 2:42 to play here in this third quarter. They get on the board as they were able to move the ball 72 yards on 7 plays, 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Couple big plays in there, including a 31-yard touchdown strike from Wilkerson to Vernal Holt, as Holt was able to bat that ball in the air, really. He was as much of a defender as a receiver on that touchdown catch. When it went in the air, it was all him, as he was able to haul it in for the 6 points. Extra point was no good, and it's 27-12. And now the Spartans are showing life, and still a lot of football to be played here.
And that's just what they needed. Whether or not it was a dangerous throw, they had to have a touchdown that drive.
His short kickoff fielded by one of the upbacks. This is Harris. Harris looking for a block across the 30 out to the 35-yard line. That was a good return. A return of 15 yards.
Number 23 of the Spartans.
And Hickman's won the field position battle for the most part.
35-yard line for the Hickman Cupies will start 1st and 10.
So the Hickman Cupies now really need to answer with 2:35 to play. They need a time-consuming drive here. As the Spartans start to show life.
And I think they just want to stay unpredictable. I mean, it's been mostly through the pass game, but they've worked in some read options and some quarterback keepers. I think they need to stick with what they've been doing, as you can't just all of a sudden become predictable.
Out of the pistol, keeping the ball is Bursey. Bursey runs it out of bounds at the 40-yard line, a gain of 5. And I think Justin Conyers and the Cupies are content to pick up 5 yards of play.
Oh, absolutely. And I just love continuing to use Bursey's legs, which are definitely a strength of his. And as we talked about their run game struggling so much in the first 3 weeks, we're seeing kind of a revitalized version of that run game by using Braden Bursey more.
I think for Hickman to get off to the start they had in that first quarter, actually second quarter, is what they've been looking for a long time, as Bursey will keep it on the option. Bursey loses the football. It's fumbled on the field, and I think the Spartans have covered it up as they got in there and pried it away from the sophomore quarterback, Bursey. And it was Terrence Luther that was able to strip it. And that is exactly what Hickman did not need.
And, I mean, just such a drastic turn of events here in the second half. They had another positive start to the drive, and then Braden Bursey just bad fundamentals there, didn't protect the football on the option, and all of a sudden battle across midfield, starting the next drive, looking to cut it to 1 score.
And they'll give the ball to Brown. Brown up the middle, across the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Number 9 on the carry, brought by number 72, Harrell.
Harrell made the tackle for Hickman. And let's see if Battle can't make things interesting. 2 minutes to play in the third. Boy, this Hickman defense now is when they need to step up. Wilkerson gives to Brown, looking to get outside, going left, and there he goes. There goes Brown around the left end for a 38-yard touchdown run.
Number 9 on the carry, touchdown.
Deshaun Sharp's out of the game, and they went right at that spot. And here come the Battle Spartans charging back into this game.
Yeah, and Tech's just a sudden change, throws off the Hickman defense, and it's no secret Elijah Dotson and Deshaun Sharp getting injured on that D-line played a factor there. Battle says we're going to run to the left side where those guys are no longer on that defensive line, and it proved costly as now a chance to cut it to 1 score. They're going to go for 2 to try to cut it to 7.
Short field setup with the fumble. And now the Spartans going for the 2-point conversion, as Micah Wright had said. And a direct snap to Brown. Brown bounces outside. Brown knifes through for the 2-point run.
2-point conversion.
As Chris Brown makes it a 27 to 20 game. How about that drive for the Battle Spartans? What, 2 plays? 48 yards?
43
yards.
Yeah, getting it at the 43 off the fumble, and then it only took 43 seconds, and it's a 7-point ball game. Still in the third quarter, just a disaster turn of events for Hickman here.
With 2:42 to play in the third quarter, Battle scored their first touchdown in the quarter. A minute later, they score again. And Hickman was about to pick up a first down before fumbling the ball.
Number 2, Bussey. Number 16, Rayner.
Rayner and Bussey go deep for the expected kickoff. Well, Hickman competes in Class 6, District 4. And that district right now is led by Troy Buchanan. They are 3-0. Rockbridge is 2-1. St. Dominic 2-1. Francis Howell Central 1-2. And Hickman 0-3. Just a 5-team district in Class 6, District 4. Start looking at that as we get here to mid part of the season. And here is the kickoff. And that's fielded by Harris at the 22. Harris far sideline. Harris brings it back out to about the 41-yard line.
Number 2, Bussey on the return.
Now check that. That was Bussey bringing that back. Elijah Bussey. 22-yard return. Well, you got to walk that fine line now. You want to be playing wisely here, but you still can't lose your aggressive edge, Micah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And really, I mean, just fumbling the ball like that, you can't freak out and panic. You got to just stick with what you've been doing on offense, which has been throwing a lot of screens and getting the quarterback run game going.
Bursey will throw this one in the flat to Tatum, and Tatum is in trouble as Tatum is brought down. A nice open field stop by Rashawn Churchill-Johnson. A block was missed on the perimeter. And a big loss on the play of 5 yards.
And the screen games, they've thrown more than enough times tonight. Battle finally reacting there, getting the loss in the backfield to set up second and very long.
Tatum didn't get the block.
And you'd rather, well, they've been running that with Brock Camp as the blocker many times, and you just have a smaller guy in Tatum that they're having to block there.
This pass is to Kemp over the middle. Kemp is knocked off his feet at the 49-yard line. A gain on the play of about 10, and it's going to be third down. And call it 4.
And those are the quick pass plays that I like a lot better than their screens. Getting Brock Camp in space, big target, easy to throw to, as now Battle jumps off sides.
Boy, Hickman needed that.
Yeah, giving away a first down there.
Good ball. Offside. First down.
Hey, guess Craig. What? Craig got his microphone fixed at the half. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cupies on the mistake by the Battle Spartans. 25 seconds to play in the third. And Hickman now in Battle territory.
We'll see if looks like they're going to run another play. They don't have to before the end of the quarter.
Back to throw, Bursey rolls to his left. Going deep, he's got Holiday, and it's incomplete. Double coverage. Defending on the play for the Spartans was Cam Watts. And that ball was kind of up in the air for grabs.
And Devin Harris read it. The safety had a chance. If that would have been slightly more underthrown, he could have picked that ball off. Just a dangerous throw by Bursey, but he still had a Holiday there, got a hand on it.
Yeah, if he leads Holiday 5 yards, he's probably in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, he's reading the field very well, and that's just a tough throw moving to his left.
Second down and 10, and now a mix-up on the play. Bursey somehow escapes again and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard.
Yeah, he did. Picked up about 1.5 yards.
That was
somehow.
a broken play, and the Cupies turned it into a 1-yard gain, and that'll be the final play of the fourth quarter. And we've got a football game here at Hickman High School. It's the Hickman Cupies leading the Battle Spartans 27-20. Into the fourth quarter we go when we return.
Experiencing a personal injury can feel like being caught in a relentless storm. Mounting medical bills, lost wages, and uncertainty. Your financial security is at risk. But there is a lifeline. Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer is committed to securing more than just a big settlement. We will maximize your compensation by negotiating down medical bills and liens so your settlement goes into your pocket. Visit lawmissouri.com to find out how much your case is worth.
At Jim Butler, we know Jeep drivers give a duck. That's why we give a duck about offering the lowest new Jeep prices. We give a duck about having the biggest Jeep selection for miles. We give a duck about making your Jeep buying experience as excellent as possible. And we'll actually give you a duck to prove it. Start your Jeep ducking adventure online or come see why our new Jeep showroom in Centralia is worth the drive during Jeep Adventure Days. Because
Jim Butler is the Jeep powerhouse.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense. Help the Assistance League serve women and children in mid-Missouri at ALMM.org. You're watching My Zoo TV, part of the networks of Mid-Missouri.
Third down and 9 for the Hickman Cupies. And the chains are backwards. They've got a 3rd and 11, and they're going to go with that. That's wrong. Back to throw, Bursey. Flushed out of the pocket. Bursey rolling to his right. Looking downfield. Fires it incomplete. Threw it into double coverage. And now a decision for Justin Conyers as Latham was defending on the play. And Battle has gotten their game face back on, haven't they?
Yeah, they've settled in and getting the turnover seemed to fuel both sides of the ball, and the big stop there is Lathan with the great pass breakup. And I like the decision to punt here. You can't get too crazy. You need to pick up 9 yards, and still you're at about midfield. just try to pin them deep, help your defense.
Elias now leads Camden 21-8. That's in the third. Rockbridge 19, Capital City 13 in the third. Here's a snap back. Bursey boots a high punt, and it's bobbled and fielded. And this is Holt bringing it back, looking for a block near sideline. Vernell Holt to the 40, finally ran down by Rayner at the 48-yard line. What a return by Holt, who bobbled that kick, that punt. 33-yard return. And here come the Spartans. They're doing everything right here in the second half.
Yeah, they are. Momentum is a wonderful thing when it's working in your favor, and the Battle Spartans have it. Vernell Holt, phenomenal return, 33 yards to set up his offense right at midfield, and they're only down 7.
And the Spartans, last couple times they've had their hands on the football, they have been successful. 27-20 to score. At one point it was 27-6. Wilkerson at the controls. Wilkerson hands it off to Bell, and Bell caught, fumble, loose football. They scramble for it at the 45. Hickman says they have it, and out of there with the football for the Cupies, racing the other way. Now they blew the play dead.
Oh my goodness.
It was Busman.
Just chaos at the bottom of the pile. Did they signal that Hickman has it? Yes, they did.
Cupies have the football. And recovering the fumble was Jack Busman.
And forcing it was Levi Harrell, I believe, or he was the one who
grabbed Hill.
Grabbed Hill. Didn't quite see if he was the one who punched it out, but nevertheless, he's the one who got the tackle for loss. And just when we're talking about momentum in Battle's favor, Hickman gets it right back with a massive forced turnover.
So the Hickman Cupies now with the short field at the 45-yard line here in the fourth quarter as they take it over at the Battle 45. As the Cupies will run the option. Bursey cuts upfield. Bursey thrown down at about the 41-yard line, a gain of 4. But the ball was fumbled by Eric Hill. And I guess Busman recovered it. He had the football.
Yeah, and I wonder how long the ball was free out of there, because they certainly thought it didn't need to be blown dead.
Bursey again on the keeper on the option, and he gets it across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. And it's Battle that's a little quicker to the football right now than Hickman. The Cupies missing a few blocks here.
Yeah, and Battle's defense just playing with more of a sense of urgency, as they were kind of sleepwalking there, definitely to end the first half.
This is a big third down play.
Yeah, it's huge. Only need 3 yards.
Are they in 4 down territory?
Yeah, I think definitely so, since it's only 3rd and 3.
Trips to the left. Bursey takes the snap, pitches the ball to Rayner. It cuts upfield, and Rayner gouges out 1 yard, maybe 2. He doesn't have first down yardage.
Man, and that's another one where they pitch it so far in
deep.
the backfield that it's tough to make up the lost ground you have with the pitch. And there's a good cut upfield, but still 2 yards short, and Hickman staying on the field.
4th down and about 2, and a timeout called by Battle, as Battle wants to reassess their defense here. With 9:45 to play in the game, Hickman leading it 27-20. We'll be back with more in a moment.
The stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight
For an unstoppable season. It's time to hunt. And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect! Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Timeout call by Battle. 9:45 to play in the game. Hickman 27, Battle 20. the end of the first quarter, we were tied at 6. At the end of the half, it was Hickman leading 27-6. Battle with 2 touchdowns in that third quarter. Have pulled within 7 points, 27-20. So the Cupies now looking at a 4th down and a tough 2 at the Battle 37-yard line. What do you call here?
I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to the option with having Bursey use his legs, but I also know that they've had plenty of success in the short pass game.
Ray-John Rayner lines up in the pistol behind Bursey, who will keep it. Now the option of Bursey. Rayner's got first down yardage after taking the pitch from Bursey, and it's 1st and 10, Hickman, and they have it at the Battle 28.
And that's a well-executed option right there.
9 yards on the play, but more importantly, a first down if you're a Hickman fan.
And the key there is that Rayner was even and just far enough behind Bursey that it goes down as a run and isn't. Well, it wouldn't have mattered if it was a pass or run, just the fact that he was upfield far enough to get that first down.
Now the keep is ran down to the 15-yard line by Bursey. Yeah, I don't know if he got to the 15, but he's close to a first down. Hickman needs this one. They've lost the momentum in this game.
Yeah, but that 4th down was just so huge for this offense to settle back in.
That was a 9-yard run by Bursey on that option.
And I really think the Battle coaching staff was talking about defending the option on that timeout. And they were just unable to get the stop, and now they desperately need one deep in their own territory as Hickman inside the 20.
Do you run here or do you take it and throw it in the air? This is Rayner with a first down off the left tackle as Rayner gets it inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. Ray-John Rayner is a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. Just picked up 6 tough yards for the first down. Couple turnovers here in this second half have made things interesting. Cupie's taking that play clock all the way down to 10 seconds before they get into formation. Now Bursey takes the snap on the option. He goes to the corner. Bursey turns the corner and forced out of bounds, shy of first down yardage. But he's got Hickman deep now inside that 10-yard line, down to about the 5.
Bursey's just got great patience.
6-yard gain. Good vision there.
Yeah, great vision. Just feeling the defense, not making the wrong decision, as it's risky if you throw a pitch with the defenders close to you, but he just kept that one and got out of bounds.
Trips to the right. 2nd down and 5. Bursey keeps, cuts against the grain to the 5, inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. Close to a first down, and it'll be 1st and goal. The kind you like if you're on offense. 1st and goal inside the 5, but they haven't indicated it yet. There it is.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it was designed this way or if it was just read well by Bursey, but having that option look to the left, but then the quick cutback up the middle, great job by Bursey to read the defense there.
Jack Busman checks in as a fullback, coming over from the defensive unit. And they give the ball to Rayner. Touchdown, Hickman. Rayner ran it in from 3 yards out, and the Cupies answer with the touchdown. Ray-John Rayner with the first running touchdown of the night for Columbia Hickman. 33-20 as Hickman finally finds the end zone here in the second half.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Cupies. Force a turnover after turning it over themselves earlier in the game. They got the momentum back and go up 2 scores, and only 7.5 minutes on the clock. Great execution by the Hickman offense.
Holiday holds. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. As 2 drives it through, and that's huge as well, as it's 34-20. The Hickman Cupies with a lead. Very impressive drive. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
What a football game here tonight at Alumni Stadium. Bob Lamone Field. Columbia Hickman trying to snap a 10-game home losing streak. They now have a 14-point advantage, 34-20. Cupies are trying to snap a 14-game losing streak dating back to 2022. But their last win here at home was way back in 2021. I stand corrected. These seniors have seen a win here at home. You stated earlier they had not, but they have. They beat Belleville West back in 2021. Now here's the end-over-end kickoff. And Bernal Holt will field it at the 18. Holt grabbed at the 18, and Holt wrestled to the ground.
Number 28 return.
And shaking up on the play now for the Battle Spartans is Austin Walbrecht. As Walbrecht, this may be a cramp just the way he's reacting. So we've got a timeout on the field with 7:27 to play. Hickman 34, Battle 20.
Stage is set.
We're going to have a crowd tonight.
For an unstoppable season. It's time to hunt. And it all starts here.
Here come the Tigers. Touchdown, Missouri.
Perfect. Mizzou Live.
To the 15, to the 10, to the pylon.
Pre- and post-game shows every single week. The only one of its kind for Mizzou fans. And there's only one place to get it.
Nice round of applause here at Alumni Stadium as Austin Walbrecht is able to get to his feet, trying to walk off a cramp. We said it was 90 degrees when this game started, and the humidity probably about 90% as well. It was very, very thick here when this game started. I'm sure it still is. Hickman with a 34-20 lead, Battle with the football at their own 18-yard line. Now the Battle Spartans have got to work with a little urgency here, down 2 scores with 7:27 to play. Battle 0-3, Hickman 0-3. Caden Lewis will line up wide left. He's late arriving on the scene for the Spartans. Hickman showing blitz. Wilkerson rolling left, wants to throw, has some time, and it's caught by Lewis. He sidesteps a tackler, and he's across midfield down to about the 48-yard line. Lewis with a fingertip grab. The 6'4" frame, he reached out and caught it on the fingertips.
Yeah, you called it exactly right. Just the edge of his fingertips. Wilkerson off the rollout and then throwing to his left. Just enough touch there to complete it. And the Hickman secondary just was not able to track Lewis there and bat that ball down. They were kind of just caught watching Wilkerson.
1st and 10. They give to Chris Brown, hit from behind and brought down. And again, coming through is Quentin Brown.
And this Battle offensive line has really struggled. Outside of a few big runs from Chris Brown, there's just been nothing doing in the run game.
Well, Battle's playing without a guy they were counting on in Eric Herman, a sophomore who's a big fella that went down and probably lost for the year. Their left tackle. 2nd and 10. And now in that backfield is Tyler Mays for Battle. And I stand corrected, that's Sergio Lopez in the backfield for the Spartans. He's had 4 carries on the air for 2 yards. Back to throw. And incomplete is the pass as Wilkerson failed to connect on the far sideline with Gordon, who's had pretty good hands.
And Caden Lewis was open on the deep corner route. As Wilkerson just rushed that. I thought he had time to stay back there and let things develop a little bit more, but now it's 3rd and 10.
Deshaun Sharp's back on the field for the Cupies.
It's good to see one of their leaders.
He and Dotson both. 3rd and 10. Sergio in the backfield, play action. And with the ball, trying to get upfield, Wilkerson stopped short of first down yardage despite picking up 5. And now if you're Battle, do you go for it here with 6:23 to play?
I think you have to. And Wilkerson made a bold decision there to try to bulldoze 2 Hickman Cupies and got about half of the yardage he needed to make the 4th down a little easier. But you got the feeling that this is getting close to do or die territory for the Battle Spartans.
Down to 6:03 to play, and this should be the water break, but they're going to play through as Hickman almost jumped offside. And now the Spartans call timeout with 5:52 to play. This will be the water break.
Mountain. Battle.
Battle charged with a timeout at 5:52 to play. That's interesting. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is the KZOU Game of the Week presented by the networks of Mid-Missouri and Columbia Public Schools.
The lights.
The field.
The fans. Nothing compares to ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday.
Your home for high school football.
From the tackles to the touchdowns, we're giving you all the highlights.
Complete coverage of your favorite Mid-Missouri teams all in one spot. Catch ABC 17 SportsZone Football Friday.
Only on ABC 17 News at 10 on KMIZ.
ABC 17 Sports Zone Football Friday is sponsored by Harper, Evans, Hillbrenner, and Nedemeyer.
It's so hard to predict a sick kid who just keep getting sicker, but we needed to be together as a family. My family is my entire life. My family means the world to me.
When we're together and we have support from Ron McDonald House, we can be a little stronger. They provide food and a place to rest your head, and they will help you through every step. That's what gets you through every day when you don't know how else you're gonna make it.
It makes you feel like you're not alone.
Hey family, for our new season of Sherry, we're trying out new entrances. This might be a bit much, but he can stay. Can we get those men back to help me? Let's just keep it simple. This fall, it's a new season. Get ready.
Sherry, weekday mornings at 10 on Fox 22.
Back here at Hickman High School, it's Hickman 34, Battle 20 with 5:52 to play. They called a hydration timeout after Battle called a timeout. Now I think Hickman may have answered with a timeout. Everybody's hydrating. A final for you. Jefferson City bounces back and beats Smith Cotton 35-28. You know Smith Cotton over the years, they have won one game in the Central Missouri Activities Conference.
Yeah, that's just tough sledding for them, and they're a big enough school to be a part of a conference like that, but just tough competition.
4th down and 5, and Hickman just jumped offside.
Oh.
And the Cupies just handed the Battle Spartans a gift, a 1st down.
That's one of your senior leaders, Deshaun Sharp. It's just too antsy there. Just giving up a 1st down.
That was 4th and 5, and you handed them the keys to the car. First and 10 now for Battle. And no time has gone off the clock.
That's right. That's another big reason why that penalty hurt you.
Kendall Wilkerson. Out of the pistol. Hickman showing blitz. They give the ball to Brown. Brown surges forward for a 4-yard gain. I'll say this about Matt Herman and Battle. There's no panic there, is there? They're not.
And still plenty
gotten
of
away
time
from the game plan. Second down, 6.
The only issue I thought was calling that timeout when they did.
Here's a pass play over the middle. That's caught by Lewis for a first down. And Lewis is starting to find himself on this football field. That'll stop the clock with 5:20 to play. A 13-yard gain. Lewis is open. And Wilkerson has found some rhythm here in the second half.
Yeah, he really has. He's really working to his left more than his right. So that looked like a false start.
Yeah, and there it is, too.
55.
And
dead ball. False start on the offense.
Try to get some numbers on Wilkerson here in the game. But the numbers that count are on the board. It's 34-20, Hickman with the lead. Wilkerson's thrown for 120 yards in this game. First and 15. And he almost fumbled the snap. He's going deep. He's going after Lewis. Incomplete. All kinds of contact, but no flag on the play. It looked like they were jockeying for a rebound in that coffin corner of the end zone.
I kind of like it because they haven't called it earlier in the game. Just two guys going up for a jump ball. Didn't think there was anything egregious. And the ball wasn't in a spot where you thought Lewis got interfered with. I like the no call.
Owen Akers was defending on that play along with the safety. I think it was Jalen Remus. Second and 15. They sit at the 19-yard line. Wilkerson trying to set the screen up, does. It's caught by Brown. Brown breaking tackles, fights his way down to about the 12-yard line. It's going to be third down and long.
And now I think Battle's really got to work quick, under 5 minutes. Now 4.5 to go. And they need 2 scores.
Bring up a 3rd and 8 from the 12.
Boy, I tell you what, Brown is almost like a bully out there. Now the Spartans trying to get a 12th man on the field. They get him off.
Just wasting time.
Back to throw. Wilkerson fires it incomplete, intended for Caden Lewis. That might have had a little too much zip on it.
Yeah.
As Lewis couldn't pull it in.
It did. I thought it was a good read. Lewis was open, had 2 defenders near him, but had a chance to pick up the first down. If it was thrown a little softer, I think Wilkerson just got a little too antsy there.
4th and 8. This could be the football game.
Yep.
4:14 to play. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Twin receivers right, receiver left, slot left. Brown flanks Wilkerson to the left. This could be a direct snap to Brown, and now timeout called.
Man.
Were they lining up a direct snap? Timeout Battle. The Spartans spending timeout, and that's costly as well.
Costly, yeah. They call one on the 4th down play. And now they only have 1 left.
Yeah, 1 left for the Spartans. It's 34-20. Hickman trying to snap a 14-game losing streak. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
4th down and 8 for the Battle Spartans, trailing Hickman 34-20 with 4:14 to play. Spartans have it at the Hickman 12.5-yard line. Battle just spent their second time out of the second half. Chris Brown to the right now of Kendall Wilkerson. Gordon in a slot to the left, slot right. Hickman with a 4-man front. Play action. Wilkerson wants to throw, swings it out to Chris Brown. Caught and tackled. Ball came loose. It was 4th down. It'll be Hickman football regardless. Great open field stop to slow down Chris Brown by the Hickman Cupies on the corner. And I actually think making that play was Kerryon Larkins, a sophomore safety.
Yep, Kerlin Larkins read it beautifully, and just a weird play design. They needed 5 yards and didn't draw anything up for 5 yards, or at least that's not where Wilkerson was looking. But Chris Brown, tough guy to take down. Larkins did it, and the Hickman Cupies defense comes up big once again in this football game as they've led the charge and put their offense in a great spot so many times in this game, and that may have just sealed it, Tex.
1 timeout remains for Battle. Hickman's got to pick up some first downs, and they got to take care of the football. They're still not out of the danger zone deep in this half of the field as Bursey gives it to Rayner, and Rayner runs right into the back of his offensive line and has nowhere to go. You know, Justin Conyers told me something this week I thought was interesting. He goes, our offensive line has got to learn that if you want to run block, you got to run block. You just can't go through the motions. But they have been able to run the ball here tonight. Hickman's got to have over 100 yards rushing in this game.
Yeah, and it's really mostly been Bursey out of the option. The plays that they've run with him have been pretty successful with the option, but also just kind of the scramble plays where Bursey decides to run it himself.
Some of their biggest plays here to keep drives alive were with the run. 2nd down and 10. Cupies milking that clock. They take the play clock all the way down to 2 seconds. They give the ball to Rayner. And Rayner on his feet out across the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Rajon Rayner banged his way out there for a gain of 7.
Yeah, and the plus side of using Bursey so much in this game is that Rayner's pretty fresh. And he hasn't gotten his name called too often. He has in the second half with the lead, but
well, now's the time, right?
Yeah, now's the time to use him to put the stamp on this game.
Under 3 minutes to play. I love the clock management here by the Cupies. Not in a hurry, but this is a big 3rd down. A 3rd down conversion here, and this game's over.
Yep.
And now the Cupies will employ timeout. As Hickman took that play clock down, called the timeout, and now we'll run 3rd down, the 3rd down play. When we return, it's 34-20. Hickman leading Battle.
Columbia Public Schools are on a mission, a never-ending quest to be the best school district in the state, and they're well on the way. With the help and support of their generous marketing partners, CPS has contributed over $1.8 million to Missouri State High School Activities Association programs. So how has it paid off? Nearly 40% of the student body in secondary school participate in athletics and activities, and you can be part of the mission too. Visit these websites today for all the details on how you can help CPS and get involved today.
Final for you, Harrisburg beats Salisbury 36-30. Salisbury just broke into the top 10. Blair Oaks crushed California tonight 63-7. Fulton was shut out by Hannibal 60-0. Jeff City beat Smith Cotton 35-28. Rockbridge had the lead against Capital City in the 3rd quarter. We'll try to update that for you.
Tex, not to interrupt you, but Rockbridge pulled away in the end and beat Capital City 25-13, so that one is final.
I like the interruption. You gave us good news there, right? As Rayner tries to get outside, turns the corner, and he's got a Hickman first down.
Rayner on the carry.
Rajon Rayner bounced away from a couple would-be tacklers, and Hickman is looking at a win here if they can take care of the football. Battle has 1 timeout left, 2:25 to play in the game. And Hickman's starting to feel it. Look in the snap, a 10-game losing streak here at home. The last one at home, 2021 against Belleville West. They give the ball to Rayner up the middle. He gouges forward for about 7 yards. And that offensive line is now looking like it's refreshed with the energy.
And I think in years past, I mean, you've mentioned the platoon system they have now. years past, they had a lot of guys that would play O-line, D-line, and it gets to this point of the game where that plays a factor playing both ways, and that's not the case with this Hickman team, as we're seeing a fresh group of offensive linemen ending this game, running the football just as Coach Conyers likes to. And if they get this last first down, it is over.
You know, when Greg Nesbitt took this program over, what was it, around 2000 or whenever it was?
No, it was 1993.
Actually, 93, according to Larry White II. But when he took it over, that's exactly what he did, is he went to the platoon system.
And I mean, it really just helps your football team be a complete team.
Mm-hmm.
And so many teams at the high school level have guys playing both ways. And
the Class 6 level, there's no reason that you don't have 100 people playing football.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it seems like they've had a tough time keeping talent at Hickman in recent years, but now they've got a great group of young players.
Bursey will keep. Looking for a Hickman first down, gets to the edge, and forced out of bounds at the 45. They're going to call that a late hit.
And I think no need to run out of bounds, even though that first down does practically seal it.
9-yard gain, 2:09 to play. Battle, I believe, has exhausted their timeouts, and Hickman can go to victory formation here, right?
Yep, and Battle just picking up another dumb penalty late to kind of cap off a
dead ball, personal foul on the defense, first down.
Undisciplined game for the Spartans.
Well, that's frustration there. But, you know, there's no place for it. You can't have it. And Matt Herman will address that, I am sure. But Battle will fall to 0-4. Hickman will go to 1-3. But more importantly for the Cupies, they won a league game. They improved to 1-2.
40-yard line where the Hickman Cupies will have first and 10.
Next week, Hickman will take on Smith Cotton. They have a chance to make it 2 in a row as Rayner gets the call. Rayner inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 2, and the clock unwinds. And for the first time in the history of Battle High School, the Spartans are going to fall to Hickman Cupies. And you know, it's really kind of interesting because the guy that built the Battle program is going to be the guy to come back to beat Battle, and Justin Conyers.
Yeah.
You know, Conyers was assistant at Rockbridge. He played at Westminster, played here at Hickman. He's been around the block.
And I think for a coach like him, he just loves the opportunity to build a program.
Bursey will keep. Bursey keeps it alive, spins around. And it's going to be 3rd down and long for Hickman with 1:20 to go. Play clock already unwinding. And they're going to stop the clock as Bursey a little slow getting up. But this is a very young Hickman team. They led it at the half by a score of 27-6. Things kind of got away from them in that 3rd quarter. Battle showed life, and you knew they were going to.
Yeah.
They made it a one-possession game.
But what did that say about this young Hickman team defensively, where they were kind of back against the wall? They're in the 3rd quarter or early 4th quarter, only up a touchdown.
Hickman in victory formation, and that's going to cost them a penalty because that was not the last play, or was it the last play of the game? It'll be 4th down. Clock's unwinding. They did not throw a flag, but boy, you can't be. That's asking for trouble. Next week we will be at Battle, as will Camdenton. And we'll have that for you next week as the Battle Spartans will look to bounce back and get their first win against the club they're familiar with in Camdenton, because Camdenton and Battle have met on the playoff road in the past. And we'll be there. We'll have all that action for you. I'd like to thank the entire crew. So the Hickman Cupies end the losing streak at 14. They get the victory here tonight. Their first win since 2022 when they beat Belleville West on the road. Their first win at home since 2021 when they beat Belleville West here at Bob Lamone Field. As the Hickman Cupies beat the Battle Spartans for the first time ever here at Hickman. And as far as that goes, First time ever all together. I'd like to thank the entire gang, our producer, engineer John Hook, and also Scott Hook, our spotter, chief engineer Eric Jones, general manager Curtis Barnes. Also thanks to David Egan, Sheila Kozler, and Joe Whitman. For Micah Wright, I'm Tex Little. Good night from Hickman High School.
Thanks for watching ABC 17 Sports Zone Football Friday High School Game of the Week, presented by Harper, Evans, Gilbrenner, and Nettemeyer, and made possible through a partnership between the networks of Mid-Missouri, CPS Athletics, the Columbia Area Career